Hello, everyone, and welcome to Failed Save.
We should just go.
My name is Vince Casso, and we are losing. This is Abria and Anthony's last night.
No,
Yeah.
good.
No, totally kidding. Totally
Fire
kidding.
me at the end of the episode. Fire me now so I can go home.
Beginning.
Wow.
My name is
okay,
Vince
it's not
Casso, and I am
it's
your
true.
many-hatted DM for this campaign. This is episode 11 of our show, our campaign, and is titled Ships in the Night. This show utilizes the D&D 5e game system in my homebrew setting of Boros, and is completed by a wonderful cast of adventurers. Let's meet them.
Oh, hello. I'm Gina Spots. I'm playing Poppy. She's an artificer. No, okay. Hi, I'm Abria. I'm playing Kai, your changeling bard. My pronouns are she, her. Kai's are whatever they feel in the moment.
Oh, hi, I'm Anthony Carboni. I will be playing Klulik, your honest, forthright, and caring Aarakocra monk, and we are both he, him.
Onto me, I'm Xander Genre, playing Kettle, your water-denuffy barbarian detective. I find that we both use he, him pronouns.
Oh my god.
We
on.
should actually go.
Yeah, we should actually because that was too funny.
Yeah, that's
Thank
too
you.
cute.
Yeah, it was too precious.
Hi, I'm Sage Ryan, and tonight I am playing Effie.
Curse.
Who?
Wait, what?
Who?
No.
Wrong show, wrong show.
Wrong.
Double wrong. Oh god. Tonight I'm playing a character named Effie, and you will find out more about her later, but we both use she, her pronouns.
Hell.
Yay! And hello everyone, I'm Kaylee Bray, and I'm playing Ella Britt, your turtle death cleric who is absolutely not having any kind of personal crisis of any kind.
What is
So
that?
good.
There's
Gonna
death
be
all
fun.
around you all the time.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
Both of us use she, her pronouns.
Just be spinning around in the
Wonderful.
bodies like Julie Andrews.
100%. Dazzle uses was were pronouns.
That's true.
And remember that
Has
you at home have a glamorous amount of power over our story. We have a series of donation tiers allowing you to do everything from banking up rerolls, making anything or anyone except for a player character thick as hell, kicking off a The Office-style confessional cam, spawning everyone's favorite avatar of death turned normal dude again, Guy,
Oh.
and finally, you can kick off an oops all timelines, kicking off some very timey-wimey shenanigans. And if we hit our goal for tonight, we will show you another prologue of Failed Save, revealing some wonderful insight into Poppy's backstory in the Summer Wilds, and what inspired her to set off into Boros. Also, on which note, we will not be joined for Gina tonight, except in that prologue.
Ooh.
So
If
check
you
it
want
out.
Gina.
Yeah, if you want Gina, but she will
gotta
be back
pay
with
for
us. We have
We know what y'all are here for.
I mean, that's why we're here.
We know who the favorite is.
payroll
pay
Gina
up.
DeVivo.
Okay.
Gina
The first
DeVivo
taste
is
was free.
The
first
first
four
50
seasons.
tastes. Yeah.
And the other show that
someone
she
help me,
ran.
my business is
Right.
dying.
That said, she will be back with us for the finale next week, so don't you worry.
Oh yeah, the finale.
Wait, what?
The finale next week.
I don't even know what the plot is yet.
Yeah.
Are we
Join the
gonna?
club.
Are we gonna kill Spadoo?
Dude.
We can't do.
But for now, it's time for a story. Our last episode was a blast, and everyone had a great, happy, fun time. We had to deal with the unfortunate demise of our beloved Dazzle. As oh,
Wait,
no.
I have it. I
Guy,
have
Be
it.
can you do it,
respectful.
Can you do
Dazzle,
this?
Valor, Ionra, Azudal,
Drakkar Valokas.
Drakkar Valohars. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now
I
Vince
was
do
right.
it.
Drakkar.
Nope.
Somebody at this table shows a little respect to her
Right.
memory.
Thank you.
And it's
I
50%
know your
Anthony
name
and
as well as
50%
you know
Caleb.
my
That feels
plot.
right.
Oh.
That's the
I think I
trade-off.
get like a 0.5. It rounds down, but
Everyone
I'm
at
on the
this,
board.
everyone at this table is half a caring friend.
in this
Depends on the
However,
day.
yeah,
It
start your
kicked off
story.
with a bang as Ella attempted to bring Dazzle back to life after Kai so helpfully informed her that someone would have had to have died if Poppy didn't, which then as Sherp Klulik attempted to get Dazzle back to our friends, shenanigans ensued, guys were spawned and fought. Dazzle, not Dazzle, well, kind of Dazzle, but Ella flew miles away into the neighboring islands. It just didn't go very well. But our heroes did manage to eventually get to Dazzle inside of the 1 minute needed for Revivify, where a conversation ensued. Dazzle, of course, couldn't say more than she was able to, given where she was and what she was now doing, but essentially communicated to Ella that she would have to end things here, that she would not be coming back because there was a new purpose for her to serve in the Beyond and with Murray. Now, she may not have communicated what that was, but the moment, nonetheless, was no less painful for it, as Ella did offer a tearful goodbye, Dazzle as well, and she came back to our group, imparting the news to the others, at which point Kai, seeming to harbor a number of different disparate thoughts in her mind, excused herself, telling the party not to wait up if they needed to go, that she would catch up with them, and disappeared. From there, a discussion was had as to how to honor Dazzle and also how to spend the remainder of the party's time here in Kasusai, as the evening was obviously late and this was not the time to be traveling. Well, they stuck her to the inn.
As requested.
As requested, they stuck her up, chat offering a Make It Sticky, even though it was not on the docket for that week, but you all were so wonderful and generous to provide it to us, and just, she was stuck right up there on the banister, and the whole of the inn was decorated very much like her trial funeral
can
in
I be
honor
honest,
of
guys?
her.
Can I just be honest with you? On
Yes.
behalf of Sage and Dazzle, when I set up the trial funeral, I kind of thought that meant we were gonna get that out of the way, and then you guys would get to just do a sweet goodbye, and y'all really fucked it. Y'all really fucked the sweet goodbye.
We
I'm,
did.
I'm sorry.
as
You
we
showed us what you
were
wanted,
told.
and so we gave you what you
Yeah,
wanted.
yeah.
No,
I
I'm on
should
their
have
side.
anticipated
That was
how messy
great.
this was gonna be, and it was pretty messy.
Yeah, you met us.
I should have anticipated how messy it was gonna be, and wow, yeah. In practice, so much more horrifying than in the weird dream version.
Yeah.
It was terrifying, and also what you said you wanted.
It was, and it was cuter when we did it pretend.
Yes.
They
It
made
was
her
real-
wings grow in flowers on the facade of the building. That was
Yeah.
very
Real spooky
sweet,
when you
very
Real
cute.
gross. Yeah.
If you
real gross.
stand at the Instagram selfie spot just outside the door, you can get her whole body in the door frame as well with the wings.
Yeah, if you
it's
stand
gross.
in front of the corpse, you can take the photo and then put it on your Tinder profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people
who's-
do that.
Yeah.
Hot date
Yeah.
spot.
Oh.
$3 to get in though.
However, the evening descended into revelry and partying and all sorts of celebrating the life that was Dazzle. Morning comes. In the South March Inn and Sup House, each of you, sans Kai, having bedded down, intentionally or not, after a night of partying in Dazzle's honor, which is a bit of a blur in your minds. She is still stickied where you left her, and various other revelers are strewn about the tavern, still completely unconscious.
And notably gently reposed so as to not rot.
Thank
She
you.
has been gently reposed
Yeah.
so
10
as
days.
to not
Good call.
rot for 10 days. That is
Just
correct.
for 10 days to clarify.
all I
Oh, I mean, that's forever for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's only been 2 days this whole season.
Yep.
You guys were in Kalangua
With
2
no
days
long
ago.
rest.
Oh yeah, was there a long rest that just happened?
Yeah.
Just now, yes.
Cool, great. I'm
Thank
doing it.
goodness. I was
You know
at
what?
very low HP.
Learn to do more with less.
Respect. Not even mad.
Wow.
That's good.
Okay, Dad. All right.
I can't work with any less, Vince. I have nothing.
It's the
I just gotta stop
minimum.
making you roll. You know what? Just
Yeah.
just give me some flavor, and you did it. It worked.
I have no spell components, no diamonds, and no dice rolls.
Yeah. So all of you, wherever you happen to be, and I'm not assuming you're together. You could be. It's your choice. You all wake up to this scene of carnage, you could say. Everyone's sort of. No, I mean, there's not blood and guts and all that, but people are just strewn over tables.
I definitely
and
killed at least one person.
one guy is dead.
Oh,
But he
my God.
turned into dust, so
Oh,
that's
yeah, I
not a
turned him
mess.
into dust.
That's not a mess.
He was swept out.
Oh.
You all do.
Oh, yeah, we own this place now, don't
Yeah.
we? We bought it.
Why has Why hasn't anybody cleaned this place? Oh no.
It's us.
Oh no. Well, we best get to moseying, I guess.
Yeah.
It's about that time you hear the front door swing open, saloon style, and you see Kai standing on the threshold, taking in the scene before you all.
Ah!
Oh, thank goodness. An
No.
adult.
Look, we put her up there.
It's more unsettling than it was before, huh?
It was bad before.
Yeah.
She's dead.
Yes.
No, I know.
Yeah. How are you?
Oh God. Honestly, the other feelings are. This is a good It suppresses the little insidious grief and is now just sort of horrifying.
Yeah.
So I'm actually net better than I was outside of the door.
Yeah.
Her eyes
Emotional
fall.
math.
They do. That's like just a little quirk of gentle repose. If you don't shut the eyes, it just.
Someone's got to get up there and close them.
No. I think she would have wanted it this way.
Yeah, probably. She's pretty cool.
Hang on. What this means is because someone did close in the last episode.
No,
They
I said
snapped
means
open.
they came back open.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Did they really?
Yeah.
We just decided.
Oh yes, yeah. That's
as
what I'm
of
saying.
now.
Is yes because
Yes,
it's open
and.
now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I was literally getting to.
Have you ever seen it
And
in
you
a
said that I'm like,
cartoon?
wait, did that actually happen last episode?
Yeah.
No, they snapped open in the night. Absolutely.
You pull it down like shades and then they go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, Dazzle
Horrifying.
rises with the sun. Just doesn't have to be allowed to do that.
Go to sleep.
She doesn't sleep.
There you go. There's only so long you can keep those eyes closed.
Okay. Well,
What?
Well, now that we are all back, I think it's time
Where's
to
Poppy?
discuss moving up. Where is Poppy?
Oh, you guys, that was a crazy party. I'm
Blight.
chill now. I'm chill.
Blight.
Oh.
God. These are very expensive. Let's see.
I'm not having a good time.
Oh.
Well, she only gets so many blights a day.
That's true. Let's burn
I
through
have
them all
more
now.
than you think.
And the days are approximately 11 weeks long.
That's true.
Hey, that's up to you.
Is it?
It's not.
Uh,
but okay.
Roll your damage.
I don't know why I'm pretending that I can roll in this tray.
Why are you doing this?
You can do it.
Please.
Because
Just put dice anywhere
it's
else.
mostly
Alright.
fun for
There's
me.
more trays.
Just get a bag.
Not bad.
Like this?
You can roll on the table.
10, 14, 19, 20.
Like a barbarian?
What?
Look, man, I'll roll on the table. Look, it's cool. See, we can all do it. Look at that. 18, baby. What's up? What's up?
Disrespect.
31,
No rules.
38.
38.
Unless he's a plant person. And then it's 64.
He's not a plant.
Or is it?
Guy is overcome by the necrotic rot of the blight as he screams out, I got away from Chase, I'm cool now, and then melts into the floorboards.
I ain't got time for that today.
That sounded important. We'll get it. We'll get it next time.
It's probably not.
We'll get it next time.
Yeah.
So, where is Poppy?
I don't know.
Yeah, wait,
she
where did
wasn't
Poppy
with-
get?
She was here last night.
I haven't seen her this morning.
Can I
Roll-
search for Poppy?
I want everyone to actually roll me. You can choose a con save or a history check, and it will be a different result.
A con save or a history check?
Yep.
7 for a history check.
Woof.
18 con save.
Also,
Well, I mean, that
18.
worked because you weren't there.
Yeah. Let's see what could have happened. Why would I know?
It fits. It just works.
Yeah.
We don't have any rerolls yet.
What was that, Klulik? We have 2, I believe.
18 con save.
And
Oh, we have 4 total.
Can I have one?
One more, sorry.
Also 18.
Oh, 18, 18. Great. Yeah, take a reroll. You're not here.
Hey.
Great.
I don't even
21.
exist.
21? Oh my god. Okay, all you guys. Oh, okay, perfect. Awesome.
Did you do con save or history check?
Con save.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Ella,
History.
and that was con save for your history. Okay, and then history? Did you all do con
God.
saves?
I
Yeah.
have a -1 to history.
Right.
You all now
Me too.
think back on the night that just transpired, and you, in unison, and thinking back on it, it's now coming back to you bit by bit just how crazy the party got. Kettle, look, liquids are splashing everywhere. Ale,
Ooh.
it's ale. And booze. Relax. Hey, you should be down for this.
I am. That's why I'm mad I missed it.
He also says that to the to the one person in the party who is mostly liquid.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is all of these liquid spirits are splashing around, coming into contact with you, and you're getting like a little bit of a contact drunk.
Oh,
just
funny.
just
dope.
from the booze of mist of booze.
Uh-oh, he's 3 weeks and 2 days old.
Floating about.
Can't be
Oh
helped.
no, are we bad parents?
I would rather him do it in the inn.
Yeah.
I'm old enough.
Klulik and Ella, you as well partook in whatever way you would have or did, even if you didn't drink
Osmosis?
or imbibe. You still were caught up in the fervor of the night, and now just beginning to recollect what went down. And it's slowly coming back to you. Yes, you remember just a little bit. You were maybe doing shots, or no, they were doing shots with the car? No, doing shots off the car. And Poppy was there. Poppy was absolutely at the party.
Yeah.
And then someone else came in. She looked like a charcoal briquette wearing a brass brazier. She introduced herself as Ember, and she actually partied with all you guys for a while. She was an old friend of Poppy's, apparently. And you all were just like living it up, and then they had to break off, and a few things occurred to you at once. You realize Poppy had actually taken off with this individual, Ember, letting you all know as you realize she handled her liquor quite a bit better than many of you, those of you who did partake, that she would be back after she followed down a lead and not to wait up for her. She would know where to find you. And in fact, to that end, Klulik, you were given a little twig of incense. Ember told you that as long as you had this on you, they'd be able to track you back down. Also, it occurs to you now that as she took off and grabbed up her bag, Poppy had the car.
Oh.
So that's 2 cars we lost.
Right.
We're down 2 cars, and there are only 2 cars in the world.
Right.
That we know of.
It's true. Okay, so
What do you all do?
we're walking to
Yes.
find the Scion of Spring.
Well, to go to Gestault.
We're trying to go to the Gestault. Right? Is that what we're still
Yes.
doing that? How long? Oh, Poppy had the map.
She did have the map.
We're gonna guess.
I don't suppose she left that with us.
Yo,
huh?
Gina not being here is a tragedy.
I am going to.
Where's-
Klulik is going to look around and see if anybody I mean, you said there were revelers that are still here. I would imagine some of them are local, right?
Oh, assuredly.
Yeah. I'm gonna shake somebody local. Probably like somebody who just looks the nerdiest, and shake them
What
awake.
does that look like to you?
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it could
Paint
look
me a
at-
word picture.
Yeah,
It could look a
Just
number
look
of
right into
ways.
the camera.
It
It
Describe
could look a
for
number
me.
of ways.
Uh-huh.
It could look like me.
Sure.
It could also just, I think maybe somebody old and professorly.
Ooh.
Klulik is looking for somebody who looks like they know shit.
Yeah, I respect.
Elbow patches?
It could be any.
It could be,
Elbow
yeah.
patch is
truly.
how you know.
Yeah.
I need to get some elbow.
Yeah, tweed and elbow patches
Yeah.
just slumped over the bar.
No
Yeah.
jacket, only elbow.
Only elbow
Like, yeah, just covered in elbow patches. Just the way Sage looks from the collar up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Gross. Okay. I'm just picturing like calloused hand elbows, just like leather.
Stop picturing
you
it.
made
Yeah,
that's worse.
you're the one that did that.
I'm enjoying it. Okay, so I will say this. You shake one nerdy looking person who could be anyone.
It could be anyone.
Awake. Roll me sleight of hand or strength to give me a nuanced shake.
A nuanced shake. All right.
I mean, to shake with a purpose, not merely to shake, but to achieve.
Of course.
Stop. I don't know what I'm saying either. However, in the meantime, you all are aware of something else in the tavern.
That's something else.
Yeah. It feels like almost a pair of eyes on you, like you're being observed.
Yeah, she looks at you when you move.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Dazzle follows you.
Sweet.
That's sickening.
Good.
All of you are aware of this sensation. You're being watched. None of the revelers are awake at this point, even though Klulik is presently shaking one. What do you do?
to the tune of a 6, by the way.
Detect magic.
So you continue to shake.
Yeah. Hey, 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 ad infinitum. Nope.
Great. Detect magic. Yes. I would say, Sage, what would they detect, if anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So you would definitely pick up on some like kind of vague magical items that blink rather lightly, little like scrolls and things of the sort that would blink, whatever kind
Pinpricks
of
and doodads.
various kinds of magic.
Yeah.
And you would pick up on it from essentially like outside the window of the inn. And just kind of like rapidly firing magical signals that I would say, if anything, I could describe them for flavor, anxious magic.
Okay, so
Oh.
The magic is
just
stressed.
magic.
The school is
Outside
anxiety.
the
The
window.
school is stressed and anxious, and technically chronergy.
Cluick can't even detect magic, but he can feel that.
Yeah. This is a bad vibe. And
What's the matter,
No way.
sweetheart?
Kai is just going to kind of look out of the corner of their eye, point in the direction of the window, and cast a spell magic.
Oh,
It's been great playing with you. Thank you so much.
that's
for
a wrap
joining us.
again on Sage Ryan.
I'm totally joking.
I wasn't casting anything, so
She just goes out like a candle. Sorry.
I cast therapy at a higher level. No more
So
anxiety.
would that
you're done.
be sufficient to dispel the magic on like items or
Are you
anything
trying to use
she's
it, like,
carrying
calm
on her?
emotion?
Yeah, kind of. That was the joke. The actual thing I want to do is just if there's something kind of, if she's not actually, or if they're not actually like casting a spell or
Yeah.
anything specific, it's more of a just like, here's a warning shot across the bow that you're dealing with a spellcaster. So
Okay.
something just winks down temporarily to be like, just know that you are being, you are clocked.
So you feel the power on some of your accoutrement, your items dim and flicker, and you realize they are aware that you're out here.
right. Okay.
I'm just gonna open the front door.
Hey, hey, hey.
As you go to look out the front door, I actually just grab you by the shoulder, not grab, but like touch your shoulder and go, out the window. But give it a second.
Is the window like at the door? Like, could I like essentially like peek around the door towards the window? Like, which side?
Sure. I mean, there's front windows. I'm assuming
Right.
you're looking in from the front, like from the town side.
Yes.
So yes, door, windows, peek however you want.
And she's got like a little hood up, like a long draping red cloak over a shade of like a dark blue, almost black gown that looks like somewhat simple, kind of plain, and like corseted in the center. And so, are you stopped from going out the door, or did you come out?
No, it was just a touch to be like,
Yeah. So I essentially then like just I'll open the door and kind of like poke my like torso out to look at the window from the other side because I just decided not to open the window. I decided to open the door, I guess.
I'd like to clarify, Sage, are you standing like at the window? Like
I'm to the side of it with my body, but my head is definitely peeking into it.
okay, so
I am
you're up on this building.
I am up on the
Okay,
building.
great, okay.
Absolutely not successfully hidden, other than like my little hood.
Okay.
Oh.
So I think I'll just kind of lean over, take a quick look, and see that. I imagine, and it's, sweetheart, it's kind of been a time. Sneaking up on people like us is never the most intelligent thing to do, and most of us are on a real short fuse.
Elibrit, I'm sorry. That was louder than I meant for it to be.
That's my name, sweetheart. Why don't you come inside and explain yourself immediately?
Yes.
Get in
okay.
here right now.
And she will immediately like scurry towards you and follow you in. I didn't mean for this to start like that. Hold on. And she like opens up her little book and she starts shifting through pages.
You put that down
it's
right
just-
now.
No, it's
Hey,
She's got a piece.
hey, what's going on?
hello? Hi. My name is Effie, and I have been looking for you
Why is that?
and you.
Oh,
Um,
I thought she was looking into the book to look at her own name for a second.
yeah.
Very nervous. Take a breath.
no, I'm sorry. I was very anxious about how this was going to go, so I wrote down a little bit of like note cards in case I forgot when I got here.
I've been shaking
and
the
it's
wrong
not,
nerd.
It's not going.
She's still like-
The nerds were the friends we meet along the way.
It's
You also realize he's not breathing.
Thunk.
This is not going how I thought it was going to.
Me neither. I thought he was alive.
What are you doing here? How do you know our names?
Hi, yes.
Some of our names.
Hello, Effie.
Hi.
Pleasure.
Fen.
You, no. I. What? Hold on. Fen. Okay. That's not who's supposed to be here.
Explain yourself right
yes,
now.
Okay. Hi. Okay. Can we go anywhere?
I'm also Fen.
Everyone
We're all
is
fed
unconscious or dead.
Chirp, right?
And that's what happened.
Sort of. Clulick,
Hi.
if you don't mind.
Of course. Yes. Clulick. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm not on the list.
I don't.
Check under Fen.
I don't think I.
Effie?
I don't think I have anything for Fen.
That's
I'm
such
sorry.
bad cover.
It's not
Please
bad.
don't hit me. I'm not very strong.
Are you from the spring?
No.
Okay, you're fine.
Checks out.
Hi, Ella. I have been looking for you because
You said that.
a while back, if you might recall, there was an event, and I have been tracking a magical source that caused such event, and it has led me here, and it has led me to your name, and oh my God, is that?
Yes, that's our poor dear departed friend Fen.
I know that one's Dazzle. I was expecting a Fess and a Bora and a Murray.
Spit out a little
I
stone.
believe.
You don't know what that does.
Murray has passed on as well, and Fess and Bora are not here, and you have not explained how you know those names. You have not described the event that you were, so that has led you here.
And like,
I hate to say this because I love seeing this energy from you. Let's take it down. She's clearly not a threat.
Effie is visibly shaking too. She looks like a librarian, quite simply. Not like she has like little glows of magic, but like she does not look like a warrior in any way. She has no sort of like battle marks or scarring. She has no sort of armor or anything on her, any kind of weapon at all.
Can I get an insight check on her?
Of course you can. You can have anything, Abria Iyengar.
Thank you. Is she a person or a chihuahua? No, I really can't. The die is It's
Do
cool.
we have rerolls?
You have rerolls.
Look,
Okay, you
sweetheart,
reroll,
Yes, you
we,
can.
We had lots of things that didn't look threatening that killed friends of ours. I'm not doing this anymore.
I
There's too much
understand.
at stake.
I totally get where you're coming from. But why don't you sit down? Do you want some tea? We're out of tea. I can't believe we're out of tea.
I'm on it.
Got it.
Thank you.
Effie, as you sit down, Effie, what would Kai perceive from you with a 23 insight? And I'll say, what are you looking to glean here?
This is just pure like threat.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
What are your strong suits? Because you have described yourself as not being physically intimidating.
Yeah,
So
she's
why should I be worried about
Definitely not physically imposing. She does glow with various magics. I know earlier you put up a detect magic, so that would probably still up.
Yeah.
Specifically, her magic is in the School of Chronergy. Yeah. So her book glows for sure. That's where like a huge source of the magic comes from. But like, she's being very truthful in what she's saying, but like so nervous, which could probably be sketchy, but she's very, very nervous.
I think there's just like an internal moment for Kai when encountering other spellcasters and like the weirdness that's happened that's resulted in a friend's death. That she's like fully in her like, okay, this looks like, okay, if it's centered in the book, she's a warlock or a wizard, which means if you destroy the book, like
Yeah.
she's just doing the threat analysis.
Great.
Like, okay, I know how to deal with this person now.
So she sits at the bar where Klulik like pulled out the chair, and she was right. Okay, Ella, there was a I'm trying not to speak up. There was a.
But you'll have to speak up just a little.
Okay.
We can go into an upstairs room. This is all ours.
There's only like one dead guy here, I think.
You acquire another venue. Incredible. Yes, if we could go upstairs, anywhere. And she'll like take her little like satchel out and she'll like dump it on the table and just be like, I mean no harm. I am not supposed to be here and I need your help. It's so many diamonds. But she does. She just like locks
Being
eyes
bullied?
with Ella and just goes, I'm not supposed to be here and I need your help.
I'm struggling a little bit, sweetheart, with the fact that we just lost a very close friend of ours, and now a stranger just shows up the next day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that this was.
Coincidental.
D&D.
No,
No.
It's great, it's great. Sorry.
I know I was looking for her as well, so that's unfortunate.
I understand.
That's certainly word for it.
Ella, no one is supposed to know any of this stuff about us.
No, I don't like it at all.
I don't like it either, so that's why we're gonna have a chat with her before we do anything else. Because this is a little wild, right?
If you know who all these people are, why aren't you afraid of us?
She looks pretty scared.
She looks pretty scared, honestly. Did you not clock her as scared?
She's nervous.
Yes.
Why aren't you afraid of us?
Oh well, I know that you could hurt me very much. I didn't think that you necessarily would. People say
impossible to know.
generally nice things about you. That you've encountered. I'm going to be honest, I've been tracking for a little bit to try and find you and been talking to people that you have come across because I guess we're not going upstairs. So a while ago, there was a split.
One's unconscious or dead.
Split. A
No,
split
you're about to
happened.
explain something. Let's go upstairs.
Actually, the moment you say split, like, let's...
yep.
Yeah.
Let's split.
We just won't let you get this story going.
Cluick,
Great.
Cluick looks down at
Get your stuff.
Cluick looks down at the dead guy as they're walking up the stairs. He's like, "Watch the bar," and just goes up.
Can you do something about the corpse?
Why?
No.
Let her have a day off.
Oh, I hear you. And if you don't see how big a problem that is, we all have to have a conversation.
Huge, but right now it's just a day off.
Okay. Interesting. And head upstairs.
Also, for like context on what Effie looks like, because I have not
Please,
fully
yeah.
described her yet.
I haven't looked at her yet.
Great.
So we're in a hood,
Way
right?
to decide to. Yeah, so she'll like lower her hood once she comes inside, and she has about shoulder length, kind of like mousy brown hair that's like half pulled up into a bun, but most of it is falling out, and there are little like braided pieces coming out of it. And you can see that throughout it, there's like a rainbow of colors that go through the braids and like up into the bun that's covered by a layer of brown hair. She's rather like kind of mousy looking as well. She's very like kind of thin, almost frail, and stands at about like 5'6". She wears a kind of like scholarly, cinched but plain dress under this like kind of nicer cloak that she's wearing, and she is gripping to a like very, very worn book that has a bunch of like various sundial kind of looking things on the front of it in different directions that overlap each other in strange ways that look like they were drawn over the top of each other in layers, essentially. And she's like gripping to this book as she follows you up the stairs.
Wizard.
Cool.
All right, Miss Effie, you have a seat, and you tell us everything that you know. You began with something sounding like a split.
There was a divergence in the timelines, and from what I understand and I've been studying, it went in two different directions, and I have been trying to find out why, and why nobody remembers that it happened, or why nobody knows that it happened. But I remember it, and I remember what it was supposed to be like, because I am not supposed to be in this one, and nobody knows who I am here, and I didn't look like this, and I didn't do any of this. I'm not supposed to be here, and I am not supposed to have this, and I am not supposed to use any of it. It's not for me. I write about people who do these things. I don't do the things, and now I'm here and I can do the things, and I have memories that do not belong to me, but they stop at the time where a split happened, and I know that it comes back to you.
Well, goodness, that's a lot, isn't it?
It is, because I remember the battle, the war, Goldsea Fields. I remember it, and nobody will answer it for me. Nobody will nobody will. There's no history books
Yeah.
that have it in it.
Right.
I've been through every book in the library, and there's not a single mention of the things that any of you did.
Because it didn't happen.
But it
Not here.
But it did happen, and
Yeah.
I remember it, and I think that you remember it too.
Yeah. But it didn't happen.
And I'm.
It's it's a lot. I know it's a lot.
I don't have anywhere to be or go, and it has taken me a year to get this far, so I am very nervous, and none of this is going like the way that I wrote it down in the cards in my book, because I really thought you were going to ask different questions, so I don't have all of the answers.
What answers do you have, sweetheart?
Yeah. Oh. What answers do I give you, and what was the question?
And what do you know about me? I just
Yeah,
wanna
what do you
find
know
out.
about
yeah,
him?
What? Because you know a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So like, am I in there at all? Because
Oh, no, he's not in any of the literature
I'm
that
gonna
I
need
read.
an intelligence saving throw.
a what?
An intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
It's been many moons since I rolled one of those. Oops. That was at best an 8.
Okay. Well, you're gonna. I can't roll that damage myself.
What'd you do to
We're
me,
gonna do it.
man?
Let's find out. It's a decent roll. 23 points of psychic damage.
Oh! Ow!
Get out of
And
here.
how does that flavor? How does that present?
Yeah, Kai just sort of looks over, and the way that psychic lance is described is it's like a beam from your forehead.
Oh my god!
So let's say it turns into a little unicorn a little bit.
Just the vision.
Yeah, and it's just like eye contact to eye contact and forehead, like one beam from me. into
Real
you.
From
Sparky Boom
Avatar.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yep.
He throws a pebble right there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh no, it's got to be that with like the weird sound too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Yes.
god.
That's dope. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know
A
what?
group is
Hey, everyone,
good.
We
welcome
all had
to
that
our
moment.
Avatar
Yeah.
fan
I know.
cast.
Look,
Here goes.
All of us
Yeah.
had that moment together just now.
Yeah.
So yeah, the beam shoots out and gets him right in the head, and you see there's almost like a kinetic force internally as pressure builds in his head a little bit, and his eyes both go, and he reels back and writes himself, oh shit.
Sorry, Effie, 1 second. We'll get back to questions or whatever.
Can I, if you see one of those?
Wait, can you see this?
Oh my god, I look like shit.
Yeah, dude.
God, what did he do to me down
What
there?
is happening?
Magic is
What
weird.
is
I
happening?
hate
All right, I'm done. Ray of sickness.
Hang on, how am I not in there?
That's a great question, actually.
Nothing about it.
Is that a con save?
No, that's a to hit.
Okay.
And that's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit guy.
Yeah. All right. Well.
And his like 3 remaining HP.
Buddy. I could have rolled.
18.
Nice.
Great. So as he turns to Effie and is like, "Why am I not in there?" The ray of sickness hits him and he dissolves. However, you can add 1 guy to your inventory. 1 guy eye.
Guy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Guy,
Yeah,
guy,
guy.
Oh, did you?
EYE.
It went rolling.
I
It
get
went
it.
rolling on the ground.
Oh.
Guy,
I think a
Gross.
cat got the other one.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
Meow.
watch. I just watch it like go running off.
Ooh, it's dusty.
It's got legs now.
That's just gonna do so.
Ah, beans.
Oh,
It's a Deadpool
beans.
situation.
Okay, I'm more afraid of you now.
That's not us, for what it's worth.
Effie, who are you supposed to be?
Oh, well, Effie is who I'm supposed to be, but, I'm not supposed to, look like this. I have, what seems like some of the features of, what I'm supposed to look like, and some that do not belong to me at all, and some that are connected to a memory of, and I remember bits of a childhood and a life and studies. I remember a lot of studies in wizardry that were not supposed to be me. I was an aspiring writer. I was not very good, so I mostly did chronicling of spells. I just really rewrote things that needed to be written in more books than they were already in. I worked in a library.
Yeah. You
Oh, the
can't.
tea's done.
Oh.
That's the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Here you go. Calm down.
What was your name?
And calm down.
My name is Kettle.
Oh, I get it now.
Not related.
Okay, so Effie, what is it that you think we can do for you?
What are you doing here?
It's a fantasy isekai situation.
Oh
This is
my god.
This is a whole energy. What is happening here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I would like to come with you.
Great,
Where?
we've
To
never
what
said no
end?
before.
I don't know. I worked all of the stuff up to this point, and knowing that I was going to come here, and I thought that I was going to be a little more assertive in it. I thought that I was going to say, it's your fault that I exist in this timeline, and you have to take me with you, but that doesn't feel right.
No,
So
it's-
I'm just going to ask if you would maybe take me with you, because I don't have anywhere else to go.
You didn't say it's our fault. Do you feel like it's our fault?
Well, I mean, it is. It's true. Like, it's not, I don't,
Objective fact.
it's, yes. As far as I understand of
we-
what happened in the splitting of the timelines and
Yeah.
the tapestry,
Yeah.
right? That was a choice that you all made, right?
Well, it was a choice that we were forced to make.
Right. When you made that choice, I believe that some things crossed over in a little bit of a strange way,
Sure.
and something merged, and maybe I was relatively insignificant in both versions of the timeline as to who this was going to be. So when it split for a moment and came back together, there didn't need to be both. So there was one of me. There was one place in the world for me, and it was shared.
Okay. I'll say this. A lot of that going on in this room as well. We're sort of victims of that choice as well. If
Did you get? Were you changed by the timeline divergence?
by the timeline divergence,
Why are we
Timeline
By,
divergence.
by the timeline divergence, she stage whispered.
yeah.
Because you have to understand, I woke up here and I immediately asked people what had happened, and they did not necessarily understand or think that I was well for asking.
Yeah.
So that is not a thing that I can just run around and say.
Sure, we definitely remember things that are no longer real. So we're right there with you. It seems like we had the good sense to not rattle that off to everybody, though. Because that will make people think you're crazy.
She's saying she did that.
But
But I
also,
will say, I've written. Oh, go ahead.
you made a choice.
Mm.
You knew this was going to happen. I just woke up here and I didn't know.
We did. We made a choice that
Yeah.
saved a lot of lives.
Right. Of course, I asked people when I woke up where I was.
You hear what sounds like a rather large wagon train coming into town, and the town waking up around that cacophony outside.
Someday.
I hope that
Kai tries to speak.
All right.
Sorry, Kai, what were you
Railroad's
saying?
coming into town.
Wait, Kai, what were you trying to say, sweetheart?
I only have one question, and then I will offer you up what little I know. And I pull out the journal where I've written down the account from the original squad. Do you have any expectation of being able to go back?
Oh, I did initially, but I've spent the last year studying time and what happened in the event, and it seems that that's not possible. So I have realistic expectations that this is just life now, and
Okay.
I would like for you to take me with you.
I accept.
Sure.
In the
Yep.
battle against the spring, you shall be a valiant knight. On my behalf.
We'll get you all caught up, but you're gonna want to read this.
Yeah.
And I hand her off a notebook with the account.
See, are we allowed to look at hers?
it's a private thing. You have to kind of wait till it's
So
all
what do you remember from? Do you have memories of both? Like
also,
from
Fed. We had one thing about the name. We're all gonna have to get better about code names.
We're all Fen. What's the problem?
Fucking yikes.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. We're all Fen.
I take a sip of Effie's tea.
Oh, I brought more.
do you remember both? Do you remember what it was like after the battle?
Not after. No. It all happened at one time, and when the timelines were reconnected, everything stopped there. That's when I happened. And they're all kind of scrambled, and I have a hard time telling apart. Some events happened twice, or I saw from different parts of the world. It's what I believe to be different people. So it's very hard to decipher the things and which part they're from. But
Woof.
I only remember up until the choice of the tapestry was made, and then I looked like this. And
Well, it's a lovely robe.
thank you.
Yeah. I think, I think we're bringing a wizard with us to Gestault.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Do you know the way to Gestault, perchance?
That would be so great if you knew.
I've got to know the way to Gestault.
You have to.
Can I have a
in the
history check or
KFC?
something? No? Just a straight no?
All right, tell us about this
However-
wagon, I guess.
However, you get an inspiration point for knowing lore stuff.
I'll take it, but I don't even get to roll. to
You
see
are
if I know
not
the
from
way.
here. And even people who live here do not know the way to Gestault.
Yeah.
Like, that's not remotely common knowledge.
It's not in books? I don't know, the place sounds made up to me.
The year is 213. It's real early for Tarif stuff. So no, that is not very well known.
Where is it in relationship to New Ape come?
Yeah.
You
I
wanna
will not
go?
stop. I will not stop referencing that city until you give us a path to Gestault.
Well, you're gonna be saying it a lot.
All right, here we go. So we hear a wagon train.
You have the perceptions and threads you've been offered. You may follow them however you like.
Cool.
All right, I'm looking out a window, I guess, because we went upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Can I see what's making all that racket outside?
Sure. Looking out the window, which extends out into the actual town, you can see the length of it from here. You've seen what appears to be a roughly 4 or 5 cart long wagon train peel into town from the, it's south-ish, like southwest, almost along the direction you came in. It's piloted by someone you can't really make out, don't recognize, but you see Urbara and Kim make their way over to the wagon train and start discussing things with the driver. That's about all you can see from this vantage point, however.
And I can't remember, did we talk to them about where we were headed next? Last we spoke to them?
You did tell
They're
them-
headed in the same...
Flower.
Yes, you were
Right.
telling them you were heading to Gestault, or at least Kim mentioned they were heading south, and the conversation came up.
Because like we're headed in the same direction, right?
Roughly,
That
yes.
was the conclusion we came to. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I remember because that only happened last night, not a week ago.
It's been 2 days since all this began. It's been.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I'm thinking that we can probably join that gathering. I just don't know how. I would like to know how long it's gonna take, because we might. If it's gonna take more than 10 days, I want to do something else. You know.
And Clue like leans into Ella and is like, honestly, as important as the meeting is, I want to know where the Scion is. We need to finish Dazzle's business.
Do you have that card that she had? Do we need to go get that?
Something happened.
I hate
Somebody
that.
poisoned.
Not again.
As a matter of
dies.
fact,
It's me again.
How many
Can't catch a
characters
break.
do you have?
Yeah.
you brought several backups, right?
Yeah.
My
Okay,
best
thank
friend
you.
Effie.
Oh, look, a diamond!
Kettle.
Oh.
As
Oh.
It's been nice knowing you.
as the topic comes up of Dazzle's card, or the way in which they would be able to get to the Scion once she appeared where she was going to appear at some point,
Portal.
you actually realize that there's something. Do you have pockets? What are you about?
Yeah, I'm
what are
wearing
you
pants,
about?
Vince.
Last time I heard you were wearing a teapot.
I'm sorry.
Speedo.
Apparently, I picture you very differently.
We'll see on the internet.
Drawn with pants.
I have clothing.
It's not his fault. He was drawn that way.
You're aware of something in a pocket.
Oh.
Taking a bit of space wasn't there before. And feeling it or pulling it out, you realize it is indeed a card.
Oh,
And it appears
oh, no.
the card that Dazzle drew, granting her that portal at that time to that place, has passed on to you.
Oh, good.
Oh, what a roller coaster that was just now.
Because it could have been one of two cards.
The card that Dazzle was given. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
A new
To
person
get her to
dies
sign on
every
screen.
week.
Yeah.
Is
Oh
this
my god.
important?
It follows.
Oh, I hope not.
I'm not going to have sex with
Completely.
the card.
I
Yeah, I know.
quit, actually.
I refuse to have sex with the
I
card.
want the shell reader, though. The little compact that she has. I want
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Always
Yeah.
wanted that. Anyway, is this important?
Oh,
You're gonna want to hold on.
yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
maybe
need that.
actually.
I don't think we get to choose.
Okay, just with.
Actually, Kettle,
You know what?
that's the perfect card for you, bud.
Honestly,
I know.
That's gonna take us to the Scion of Spring, and you are more than eventually, and you
No
are more
one will
than welcome.
handle this card. It is mine and mine alone.
Yeah, that's your mission,
Thank
sweetheart.
All right, don't get it soggy.
All right, well.
Too late.
Look, it's a pretty.
Sopping.
I pull out the rest of the deck. It's like laminated.
Pride, please.
Big card
Pride,
stock. Don't pick a
please.
card. But
Pride,
No,
please.
we're not doing that anymore.
Please.
See, it's blank.
Oh, it's death. Ah, beans.
Oh, if it's just a guy again, I'm not worried.
Oh yeah, well.
So are we saving the world?
Yes.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Welcome
Are
aboard.
you ready to go?
Yes,
need
absolutely. No, this is everything, and she's just got like a couple of like small satchels on her. I've only been here for a year. I don't have a lot of things.
Yes, it's very prudent to travel light. Come along, Squire.
As our heroes, I want to cut on that. It's beautiful. As our heroes elect to continue their adventure, we have a confessional from Effie.
Oh.
Oh.
Count us in.
Confessional.
Hey.
Pardon, it's my first time. Okay, I think that went pretty well. I am not burned or smashed or slashed or poisoned. So all of the variables that I had considered that ended in death, therefore, so far have gone rather well. I think. I am going to work on my people skills. I think. I'm not very great at introductions, and you see, sometimes when I talk, all of the thoughts that I have in my brain, sometimes there's a lot of them happening at once, and I don't yet know how to calm them down and quiet them down, so I can just say normal things like, "Hi, I'm Effie. It's very nice to meet you," and then like sit down and let them talk for a minute. Instead, I just keep talking and I keep saying things, and then people look at me and they do the look, the eyes that they make at me instead of stopping. I could just stop, I think. But I think that I will get there, and this is my chance to do so. I have been teamed a squire, which I understand is not a particularly important position, and yet is still the most important position I have ever held in my life. I don't want to tell them, but I was not a particularly good librarian. I wasn't performing terribly well, and my performance reviews were coming back rather poorly, so I had actually lost my job recently. But I think that I could be good at this. I think that I could maybe be an adventurer instead, and have a little bit of a place. Here, that sounds spectacular. Meow.
I would kill and die for Effie.
We've
I
only
love
had
her.
Effie for 20
so
minutes, but if anything happens.
I know it's absolutely not the same, like personality-wise, but for some weird reason, watching you do the confessional, I'm getting like Rachel Weisz the Mummy vibes.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
absolutely getting Evie
Yeah,
vibes.
Yeah, no, that's,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah.
Sons of the Pharaoh!
Yeah.
Give me flies,
Yeah.
locusts, anything but you. Anyway,
As we're sneaking out, can I make like a stealth check to try to?
you know what? No. No,
Okay,
go ahead.
sure. You're the boss.
Yeah, no, go please.
To try to just touch Effie's book.
That
That could
went
have gone anywhere.
that went 98%
Yep,
where I thought it was gonna go,
yep,
and then swapped at the very
Yep.
last
It's okay. For
consonant.
those of you at fucking home that can remember, I have the ability to touch a book and read it.
Oh shit!
You'll understand why I did that, and the rest
Yeah.
of you can eat my butt.
So that's what we thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say.
Can I roll to touch Effie's butt?
Also, all you gotta do is
I would ask,
baby.
yeah.
All you gotta do is
We're not
ask.
there
Roll
yet.
stealth.
It's early. Natural 20.
Oh,
my
my
god. What's your total?
The total would be if it's stealth, a
Yeah.
26.
Shit!
Yeah.
Turns out Kai wrote the book.
And it makes sense that you rolled that high because, like, Effie is also still, like, gripping to it and still doesn't notice. She's sitting there, like...
I think it would just be like, come on, let's go. And then,
Yeah,
like,
like a
as she
nudge.
extended her hand, she would just try to graze the book.
Which, that's easy. Absolutely. You now know the entire contents of that book.
Cool.
Now, that
Anyway,
wouldn't...
we can move on.
Yeah. That wouldn't, of course, grant any spellcasting ability, but you know everything in the book. You have all the information.
Nice.
up
Well, I
there.
will give you a little bit of insight into it then of what's in her book, because in addition to the spells, because it's a wizard as well, an important part of our spell books is like the notations that we write for ourselves and the things that we write like about our spells. So mostly you just kind of get a look into Effie's brain a little bit, and there's a lot of like notes from the past year in it as well of her like chronicling the way that she's been trying to track the magic source of this, and then also another thing too where like lines are written and kind of like the cover how things are carved over, lines are written and then written over the top of them of various notes without even crossing them over. She's just writing on top of writing throughout a lot of the book in between the spells.
Nice. I think the only like outward signal of that is just sort of like a warming from Kai, who is just impressed and like, okay, we should go. We'll talk.
Keep up.
So I start moving towards Urbara and
Yeah, as you head on down, you do indeed see the wagon train having pulled up. You see Kinth and Urbara getting the whole train ready as they prep things, load provisions and what have you. And seeing you step out of the tavern, Urbara actually approaches all of you as well.
hey there, sweetheart. Y'all headed out?
Yeah, no, we're heading off right about now. Are you folks sure you didn't need any passage south? The roads can be pretty rough down there, so they're even our roads, and doesn't look like you have much in the way of conveyance.
You know, it turns out we have lost our conveyance. How long
Our
is...
conveyance got drunk and ran off last night.
How long is that journey to southward to Gestault?
Gestault? Well, the way we travel it, a little over between 1 and 2 weeks, depending on how fortunate the forests are. The actual distance by horse or wagon is typically closer to a month, but we've got ways to shorten the time a little bit.
In that case, if you don't mind delaying like just a few minutes, we do have our friend to finally lay to rest. Unless, just give us just a few moments to figure out what to do about our new property and such back there.
Sure, yeah, we're still loading stuff, so take your time you need, and we'll be here when you're done.
Great.
All right.
This is Effie. She
Hi.
thinks she's
Hi.
2 people.
Hi. Oh no, I'm just the one now. That's not.
And he
okay.
walks away
Yeah.
with Ella
Nice
towards.
to meet you, Barbara, Kinth. Pleasure. We'll get on great. Okay.
And then she'll like scurry off after you go. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. What happened?
Teeth
like-
are in danger.
I'm very sorry for your loss as well. I was supposed to say that earlier.
Oh, that's okay. We're not very good with social graces either. The fact that you even remembered to say it probably gives you like 10 bonus points with us.
And I'd like to know, Ella, how would you like to lay Dazzle to rest? Break it down for me.
That was like a conversation I want to kind of have with Klulik too. I mean, and you know, everybody can
Totally
kind of
fine.
weigh in, but just talking about. Well, now what? Do we leave her here?
You were her best friends in the world. You know what she would have wanted. And then you
But
can
we-
make a better choice.
Yeah. I was gonna say, but we don't have a giant catapult that will launch her into the sun.
Right.
Like,
Correct. Second, give her
Foolishness.
the backup option. What's the plan B?
she had her public viewing. I think probably best just to oh, I have an idea. It just came to me.
Here's what I found for how to play Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons.
It's so weird. This is what I found for how to silence your Apple products.
Oh no.
I think maybe we just give her a simple burial at this point. I don't know what the cult of Dranadin does. with
And,
the-
but that's also not something
and that's
that,
also not something she would want.
no.
And
Like,
I
I don't mean to be crass. Doesn't she like fire? What if we like cremate
we
her?
all like fire.
Yeah, but like she liked it.
That's fair.
We could cremate her and scatter her like in the faces of her enemies.
It's a shame
Oh,
to copy you.
And then I could always talk to her.
Okay. She would become dirt.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Are we electing to cremate and bring her along?
That seems
Ella?
upsetting.
Because that's hilarious.
That's spooky as shit, guys.
Yeah.
I think she'd fuck with it.
Yeah.
Ella, this is your territory more than mine. What do you think's most appropriate?
Make Effie carry it.
So,
Just a
I-
burned character sheet.
you just burned the character to the.
Oh my god.
Okay. I don't know anymore. I don't know what she wants anymore. I would have thought she wanted to come back with us. So, I don't trust my instincts with what I think that Dazzle would want. Other than I know she's doing something else that's more important right now.
Got it.
So we can.
Well,
I'm caught up.
She
Yeah.
needs the day off.
Got it. Yeah, we're gonna leave the corpse a corpse. That's fine.
We can, I can do a little bit of a funeral rite for her.
Why don't we do that? This is more than anything. She loved when she had a new franchise restaurant. Let's bury her behind her new franchise restaurant.
Okay.
I did read that she was an entrepreneur.
And what is the rite you perform?
Um,
I'm going to
the
say
ceremony.
you manage to unstick her. It takes a bit of chiseling, but she comes down.
monster.
She's got wood like stuck all over the back of her though.
Come on,
but yeah.
man, give her some dignity.
You put her up there.
Okay.
Just some fantasy 3M strips.
Just a
They're supposed to come away from the wall.
She-
So disrespectful. I love it.
Okay, so
Sponsor.
with where all of
Please.
the flowers are.
Yeah, perfect.
I began to cast ceremony as a
Okay.
ritual. I scatter the powdered silver and
Oh, sick.
kind of let that. I imagine it's powdered silver mixed with powdered sugar because of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
Aw,
Tasty.
I don't need it.
Illustrious dust.
It just
It'll turn you blue.
just around. I like lay her to rest. I close her eyes. Spread her wings so she looks very cool, but also kind of just like she fainted. Spread a circle of that powdered silver and powdered sugar around her, and I imagine it just kind of like ignites white hot for a second.
Ooh.
And I would like for flavor, and you let me know if it's like too much.
Okay, we'll say it.
To essentially almost like Disney Princess it, where it's just like it becomes just like a grave instead around where she is, but that there is like a remainder of ash from the silver and the sugar that we can pick up and take with us if we want. as,
Are
like,
you
a
looking for
remainder.
her to be interred above ground or below? Like
I'd
visible
say
above
below.
below ground? Okay,
And
so
then
I'll
like
say
I would love to like incorporate the flowers that we were already given by.
yeah. So you're
or
doing
by
like
our
this
friend.
around the back of the inn, is that right? Or in the front?
I
Tulip mentioned
would
around back.
Yeah, I would say in the back, like, you know, a little private.
So I'll say, as she's laid onto her funerary boar and taken around back of the inn, very somber boar.
I'm trying to give you something beautiful. I'm so sorry.
You
Honestly,
take her
y'all
around
nailed
the
it,
back.
truly. I goofed. Y'all nailed it.
and you see,
Dude, my bad.
as you come around the back of the
It's
building,
horrifying.
you see Guy
I did it.
Are
standing
you kidding me?
above a freshly dug grave, exactly Dazzle's size. And he's like covered in filth and dirt and just like huffing against the back of the inn, just sweating. Okay, I got it all ready for you guys. So you can give her a proper send-off.
Kulik walks up to Guy and just pats him on the shoulder twice and then wipes off some dust. Is like, thanks, bud.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, do what I can. You know, I know we haven't always been on the best terms, but I miss her too.
That's weird, man. You got a lot of weird stuff going
I'm a
on.
really weird guy. I'm gonna
I
be honest with
know.
you.
But we're just gonna.
Remember how I started? I was so normal.
Yeah, I know. Just
Oh, quiet time?
Yeah, it's quiet time for
Okay.
Guy now.
By any chance, did Dazzle have like any sort of like dagger or like normal fucking weaponry on her?
Normal fucking weapon.
She has a
I
boomerang.
don't know why I was so weird about that.
She only carried a boomerang.
That's crazy.
But I will
Please,
say,
keep it.
Anything about Dazzle that wasn't bullshit?
here's what I will say. If you checked her like pockets in her person, she did have one other very important thing on her, which was the ring that Squangarlo dropped as he was pulled into the Scion.
That's right.
There is a like very like powerful magic ring that she had in her pocket.
Okay.
Which
Could I have
and
tried-
Chirp took all
The
of the
little
stuff.
board game piece. She dropped the board game like for thing for Klulik, but yeah, she definitely had that little magical ring. So like feel
Yeah, but Klulik went up and took and took your. He emptied your pockets, right?
So do you have the ring?
I guess I would, yeah.
Cool. Can I grab the boomerang?
I guess you can, yeah.
Mint,
Okay.
mint condition.
Yeah, never been
Yeah.
used.
Honestly, she said she was very good with it, and then she never threw it.
For sale,
But she was-
boomerang, never thrown.
Yeah.
But she was always like, "No, I'm really good with a boomerang. Like I'm deadly with a boomerang." They taught me in this. They taught me in the death cult to be like deadly with a boomerang, and then she never threw a boomerang
I
once.
didn't know she had this.
It's wild. Like I think for a while it was like her thing. Like I'm the boomerang person.
Yeah, okay. You gotta have another thing. Like,
Yeah.
This isn't a personality. You know?
Yeah. No. And I
Yeah.
don't want to say that like that was ever what it was about. But she was always like, "And I've got my trusty boomerang," and I was like, "What?"
What? Yeah. Eldritch blast. Like,
First of all,
Wild.
great
From
eulogy.
what I read, it seemed like it was aspirational. It seemed like she really thought at some point she would be able to become more of a boomerang
Yeah.
kind of girl, and it just
You
didn't
know,
happen.
it was her
It wasn't-
guitar in the living room.
It wasn't quite.
Oh,
in the
I understand.
You know?
I understand. I do want to use performance of
At one
performance
point, it was kind of
creation
funny.
Yeah.
to iterate on the boomerang and cover it with like tiny carvings of the flowers that were in her wings.
Yeah.
And just make it a little more ornamental, and then hand it back to you and say, "We should give this to Squangarlo
Yeah.
when we get him back."
God,
That's all.
I look forward to that episode so much. Okay, so the ritual goes off without
So
a
you're
hitch.
saying we get him back?
Possible. Look, if I
We
know
got
that I now
got it.
can
We got it
break
on the internet.
hearts, I now can break hearts double fold by just bringing him back
It's
with Dazzle
true.
gone.
Just
Oh my
torture
God,
us.
I'm taking that opportunity. Okay, so the ritual goes off without a hitch. You're able to save a pinch of that sugar silver ash dust powder. So you can carry a little bit of Dazzle with you wherever you go, and Clue can talk to it.
Oh no,
apparently.
my mouth was open. It's in me.
Oh, jeez.
It's always in me.
You am all become Dazzle.
Oh,
Um,
so I can
and
summon
also
any
with your
handheld
dazzle.
object,
And
and it
also
can
with
be
your spirit.
delivered
One time, yes.
just once for.
It's
Okay,
once.
never mind. Then I won't. Then I'll save it for something cool instead of something sentimental.
That's cool.
I don't know. Wait, I'm gonna save it. Oh,
Okay.
Wait. I thought it was a every long rest thing, and it just had to be something like actually like worthless. But
No, we're like
Never
it's like one badass thing.
I'll save one badass thing instead of one like just for fun thing.
Great.
Never mind. Ignore me.
Well, Sally Forth.
Yeah, come on, you can come today.
No.
What?
Sally Forth?
Sally Forth. Like,
No,
is that how you say it?
Effie.
That's Effie.
Oh, hey. Effie
Hi,
Forth.
I'm Effie.
It's good to meet you. I'm Guy. I'm surprised you weren't more aware of me.
Your hand is disgusting.
It's a little slick. I've been working.
On what?
I've been digging this grave since like yesterday.
This is a friend of yours.
Squire, you have your first assignment. Dispatch this creature.
Yeah,
Well-
let's see what you can do.
I don't know if that's
Okay, I thought we were gonna have, like,
necessary.
one night.
All right,
Okay.
and she's gonna like
I have feelings.
charge up in front
I feel
of
pain.
Kettle and
They
just
don't
go,
matter.
I have a family.
"Be gone!"
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm a man of God.
He hoists his Speedo. All right.
She doesn't cast anything. She's just like, go away!
He turns around, and you finally see where he was pulling all that power from to dig this grave so quickly.
No.
And Guy is absolutely caked the fuck up. He leaves. He goes around the corner. His ass follows him 5 minutes later. Just
Wow.
5 minutes
Clulick,
later.
Clulick
Hold
looks
on.
at Effie and is like,
Minutes.
whoa, what was that? Was that like a charm person? Was that like a control? What was that?
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
We got a wizard.
Yes.
Then I think
And prestidigitate your hand that touched stuff.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Well, should we head back to the convoy?
Onward.
Let's go.
Sally forth, I guess.
Effie. Her name is Effie.
Right, right.
great. So you make your way back to.
And Clulick just hangs back and just with Ella is just like, hey, you got like a real storm brewing. How are you?
our friend just died.
I know. But you look particularly perturbed in a way that I've never seen. We're all grieving, and then you are also doing something.
You remember the battle, right?
Yeah, apparently, like, everybody remembers the battle.
Yeah. You remember what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't make it. We ran and ran. I had 1 diamond. Couldn't save anybody.
You made it this time. You can't control everything.
Every time. At the battle, the Silver Sterling, the gnomes.
You're just one person, Ella. You can only do the work of one person.
I can't even do that. So maybe I should. And it's not maybe. No, and Kettle was right. I failed. So I think I just need to stop trying to fight it. Clearly, the forces of the universe are telling me where my path really should lie. And so I am just resigning myself to that.
I think that you are a wonderful person, and you have done a lot of good for us and for everybody. And I want you to remember that. But also, I know what it means to decide that a particular life isn't for you anymore. And if that's what you decide, I'm with you. But we're all grieving particularly hard today. Maybe don't make any huge decisions.
We'll see where it takes us.
Okay.
You arrive back at the wagon train. Your friend's catching up to you in a few moments. And Urbara leads you over to one wagon closer to the rear that is mostly empty, but seems like it's situated for habitation. There's seating, there's some blankets, like it's meant to convey people. Right, so in here, you'll all be able to set up for the journey. There's going to be some provisions down by your feet there. There's lockers down there. And yeah, we'll be setting off in a moment. So if you've got anything else you want to bring along, feel free to pack it. But aside from that, we're heading south. You all ready to go?
Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Right. In you go.
You'll be able to find us, right?
Yeah, I have. She gave me a twig.
Yeah, that sounds like Bobby.
Yeah.
She'll find us. It'll be fine.
Face stuff.
Hey, bullshit.
What was that?
What?
Huh?
Not.
I said hay fever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
As you load into the wagon, the carriage, you see someone's already in there. Someone sat inside. apparently had come with the wagon when it pulled into town. They come out from behind a blanket and tuck it away, and you see it's Earth, who you now realize you had left in a field after you exited the spring wild.
Yeah.
He was in a bush, and you got in your car and took off.
He's the avatar of spring.
Well,
you
well,
leave him in a
well.
bush.
Hey guys, what's up?
Oh, hey, bud, you're looking better.
It's been a weird
Yeah.
day. How you guys doing?
We've been better.
Yeah.
Oh hey,
Effie.
Effie, I'm Earth. It's good to
Pleasure.
meet you. I miss anything big?
Yeah, you did.
It's supposed to be 6 of you, right? So that's like the...
No. No.
No,
we're
they had a
missing-
lady with a monkey
Yeah.
Oh, she'll be
And
back.
the lady with
and a lady with wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's dead. So I bet you feel like an asshole.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Typical spring behavior.
I'm so sorry. Like I'm from here.
Okay.
That's shit. I'm sorry. That sucks, guys.
It does.
Thanks, Earth. We
Right.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, look. Damn. Look, it's gonna be a long ride down south, so best you can kick up, try and relax because it can get a little bit dodgy the further south you go.
What does that mean?
Well, I haven't heard any reports of any folks attacking Gestault or the east, like spring people, but with the way they're moving, I don't know what we're gonna find down there.
Well, let them attack. We're ready, and we are tough. We're not afraid.
Good.
Effie is shaking.
We're not.
Wagons loaded.
She just went right into that subservient position.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
That is wild.
We're gonna work.
Didn't even check to make sure that he's in a position of authority.
Yeah.
Can he even do that to her?
Again, we're gonna work on it.
Wagons loaded, horses bridled, bit and reined. You set off south. Much like the road coming in from the north, it is also a dirt road, but even more approximate. It is uneven, winding, and you find the wagons veering off into completely untrod path on occasion to avoid the rougher bits of road as you go. To the east, on your left, the glimmering lake called Shishk by the orcs.
Come on, man.
What's it called?
Shishk.
Spell it.
Like the sound of a sword
You
being
coulda-
released from a scabbard.
You could have put one more vowel in that at any position.
That's all called. This is Welsh now.
It's not far off.
Also,
Running.
he says no like he didn't make it up.
Yeah.
What could I have done?
No, what could I have done? That's the
that's
name of the
what,
lake.
that's how the orcs named them.
I don't control them.
The orcs
Yes.
speak
You
through
literally
Vince.
do. Are
Finally
they here with
someone
us now,
gets
Vince?
it.
Are they in the room?
I am
Running-
the DM. I
Just
speak
James,
for the orcs.
Just James Lipton cards. Vince, can I speak to the orcs?
You're really putting the lore in Lorax. Calm down.
The lake running as far as the
speaks
eye
for the
can
trees and
see.
the orcs.
And the shinshk.
How does Lorax sound like kettle?
Time wears on. Day becomes night as you travel. Urbara and Kinth pull the wagons aside, setting up in a flat clearing and circling them for protection. Well, what do you all do?
Is it time to? We're just like taking a rest
stop for the
essentially.
evening.
Okay.
Kulik is playing with the music box puzzle as always.
Hey, do you have Dazzle's little lattice thing?
Oh, probably.
Can I borrow that?
Did that stay with her, or did that
Do I
go away?
Do
when
I
she
have that?
died?
Was that in her
You
pockets?
said you grabbed everything out of her pockets. I
Did
want
that
You to
survive?
roll. No bonus, no skill. Just roll a flat d20. I just want to see a number.
All right.
Get a good number.
On the table,
Ooh,
Reroll.
we have 4.
I'm gonna take one reroll for sure.
On the
Just
table?
rolling it raw.
That's. He
No,
set.
I meant put it in a box.
No, he
Creep.
set that. He set that as the
precedent.
rules.
I don't know about
It's true. I asked
Set
for a
the-
raw ass die. It's
That's
true.
a raw.
Where-
You can take
That's
another
11. Okay.
another reroll.
Okay, I'm gonna take one more.
Okay.
Oh no, actually.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well,
No.
you hate to see it.
We can keep the 11 if you want.
I'll keep the 11.
Okay.
I'll keep that very good 11.
That very good
You
one.
could do another reroll.
We have
do
2
want-
more.
Okay. If you,
Do
do
it,
y'all
burn
want
'em,
me?
burn 'em.
Okay. Okay.
Burn him.
Chat help.
I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna roll this Kaylee
Chat,
style. I'm
help.
just gonna throw as many things in here.
Do you want to
Oh my
use one of
God.
these guys?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
definitely.
put-
How will
This
Kaylee
one
style
is
help
from the
you?
natural
I don't
Yeah,
know.
definitely follow the way that I do things, especially for dice rolling.
Mhm.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, this is 7. Don't roll the way Kaylee rolls.
Jesus
Never.
Christ.
Okay, going to Vegas.
All right, we got one more. One more.
Everybody rolling.
Well, that landed on a pile of other die.
Oh God, raw.
3. No, it's the worst.
We all just rolled here better
Okay,
than you.
we're gonna
I know.
we're gonna move on.
I rolled
Yeah,
better
That's
than
it.
you.
I
All
know.
of us.
You put
We
that
have to-
back with a higher roll.
I know.
We have to make a show eventually.
I know.
Why start now?
Anthony, please stop holding us up. So we'll stick with the 11. You pull out what appears to be a fragment. The majority, but a fragment of the lattice. It is broken. There are bits missing, holes, cracks, but whoop, there it goes.
Okay, that's
Is it
nothing now.
dusty?
It was a leaf.
twig.
It's covered in
It's just a
dazzle.
leaf.
Yeah, okay. Can I borrow it?
That's as much of a leaf as I have.
Okay. I'm just tuck it behind my ear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make the hut.
Okay.
Is something broken? Is something like is it Oh, great. Yeah. I would like to try and cast mending.
Give me the text of what that does.
Shut up.
It repairs a single break or tear in an object that you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, a leaking wineskin, as long as the break or tear is no larger than any 1 foot in any dimension. So it can't be more than a foot. You mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. The spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell cannot restore magic to such
Right.
object.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I was like looking to
Yeah.
find there.
She doesn't even know
Yeah,
what
that's
it
what I
does.
assumed.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know what it does, so
Um,
she's just trying to like make
You're
it whole.
able to recreate the lattice, and it looks much just like a tree star, like an oak leaf with all of the actual cells decellularized, just showing the matrix of tissue underneath.
Does that even work for anybody with Dazzle?
I don't think. I wouldn't think so.
Probably
Unless,
not.
somebody else wants to become make a pact with Fey Lord.
With a leaf?
Yes, with a leaf, sweetheart.
Yes. Swear fealty to the leaf right now.
No.
That would
Do
get
it.
very
Swear fealty to the
complicated.
leaf right now.
Leaf.
Do it. Put it in his face. Put it in his face until he
Hey.
swears fealty.
Leaves are spring, man.
I know. Wait, who are you?
Oh, I just tagged along.
Oh, you came
Oh.
with.
Wait, no, I told you to go away.
I took the cart in the back. My ass wouldn't fit anywhere else.
What happened? I thought it worked.
Squire, your second trial, dispatch this guy.
Oh no, like you put me off for a bit, but I'm like, but we're still friends, right?
Impress me.
And watching everyone like look around and having watched what happened to Guy earlier, she just goes, okay, fine then. And I am going to cast Phantasmal Killer.
Quack.
Can I say?
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Break it down for
I
me.
tap into the nightmares of Guy. And it
no.
creates
Why are
like
you
a
like this?
hallucination all the way around his head that you can like physically see manifesting around him. That is a wisdom save.
Just do your thing.
Great, and then that's 4d10 of psychic damage.
Okay.
Might not kill him.
We'll see.
Guy dreams of sushi, so.
Aw.
Thank you.
That's 24 points of damage.
You say the
Settle down.
hallucination. No, that's 1 HP left. I am pumped.
Go fuck yourself. I cast Vicious Mockery.
Hang on. We're doing a scene. One moment.
we?
Get in line to kill Guy.
So
We
Effie
do,
just
literally
kind of,
every time.
like looks at him, and she pulls open her book and
Yes.
goes, maybe there was something in here about you. And then the like
I don't like that
nightmares
tone.
of various. I mean, I would assume it's all of the many ways that probably the party has slaughtered him over time. Just start like appearing in hallucinations around his head or whatever he finds to be like the worst moments.
I'll jump in there if you don't
Yeah.
mind. So these are all hallucinations you can all perceive, right? They're visible. Okay.
believe
You
so.
actually see
Double-check that.
almost like a three-dimensional scene form around him of him inside of what looks like a long vertical glass tube, through which.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It is actually only visible to him. That's a bummer. That's less fun.
Well, he envisions all the ways in which Chase tortured and maligned and altered and deconstructed his body 1,000 times to create the perfect possible guy. And none of you experienced this, but he looks super bummed. He's straight up not having a good time. However, he is still alive, just like in a fetal ball and sobbing underneath one of the wagons and
Oh,
bleeding
wow.
out of his ears.
New girl did it.
Let's go.
Not quite.
And then Kettle decapitates him.
Yeah.
Reach under the wagon.
Yeah. You always follow through.
Okay.
But impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, you do it.
Thanks.
What'd you do?
What the fuck, man?
Oh,
Who is this?
I've
That's
been
Earth.
here the whole time.
Calm down, Earth.
Earth.
oh,
I've also been through a lot lately, so like,
Tapped into his
just
brain.
hanging out.
Hey, we're not like comparing misery here.
I know, but you keep like giving me like some shit. I'm in the background. I'm just chilling right now.
Sorry, so what did you do?
I tapped into his mind a little bit, and
I'm surprised you found something.
Yeah.
yes, there's a lot. It's terrifying. And I made him see all of his worst horrific nightmares and all of the worst things that he could possibly think of, and until his brain got scrambled a little like mine.
So you're really just
Like
0 to
us.
60 in all things, huh?
Yes.
I think
Wow.
Dazzle would have liked you a lot.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I think.
like
Are we?
her.
Let's set watches and such.
No,
yeah?
we got a bubble.
We should do both, huh?
As you sit around the fire, discussing watches, bubbles,
Can't come through the bubble.
little music toys, something seems to change. Effie, there's a little bit of power, a little bit of energy. It feels almost just like discomfort, a bit of indigestion, nothing major at first, until you realize it's building and you recognize this feeling. It's a little surge of power.
Most
Diarrhea.
No.
No, you said it. It's
On my new character. Xander, this is my big day.
She's in robes. It'll be fine.
oh my god.
Please,
You
please.
can't just open those up.
Stop.
Please. Please, Xander, not on my big day.
Tea's done.
You feel the power surging. You cannot control it, and you release it, having a surge of this,
Everybody stop.
having a surge of this chronological magic you possess into the space around you, as we kick off an Oops All timelines.
What?
Um,
What does that even mean?
a few things around you change.
Multiverses are so hot right now.
A flash of what could have been as the people sitting around you shift, as the setting
They do what?
shifts.
Come on.
There's an F. There's an F.
Sorry. It's
A
just,
crucial F.
I'm not over it.
And how that looks and what happens precisely, we'll get to right after this break. Don't go anywhere, y'all, because we're coming right back with some weird, timey magic bullshit.
Time here, we'll pause for 5
and
minutes.
no shitting.
Thank you.
Time here, we're fucking with time, right? Because we're going to
Yeah.
pause for 5
We're
minutes.
coming
and
back
you
in
have
a
to keep
tight 5.
existing.
We love you all. Stay here. See you in a moment.
Goodbye.
We come back, sitting around the campfire amidst the circled wagons, the non-bubbled setting that we find ourselves in now in the south of Tariv. As around this fire, we have, as around this fire, we have Ella, Dazzle, Bora, Fess, and Chirp. Murray is fast asleep in the wagon, snoring not quietly, Urbara and Kimth stoke the flame as you are all traveling south.
Hey, how you doing? What? Sorry, for whatever it's worth, I didn't catch anything when I was hunting, so I don't really know what we're going to do in terms of food for
I got
tonight.
something. Here, hang on, sweetheart.
Thank
I've
you.
got one last of those big pies left that I
Oh,
made
thank
in the
God.
last village. We
Those
can
are my
slice that up.
favorite.
There you go, sweetheart. Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
so much.
Of course.
Look, I saw a rabbit, and I was like, I could shoot the rabbit, but then I got really sad,
Oh no,
and I
no,
started to
don't.
cry. And I
Oh.
blame all of you on that, because normally I could kill whatever.
Also, she's got a whole kitchen.
Yeah.
We literally don't have to.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I got
Trooper,
y'all.
Are you okay?
I'm trying to do the string thing that you showed me, and I think I tied my hands together.
Oh, you did.
Oh, hang on, let me help you out with that.
Thank-
And Nazik leans over
Oh,
to
I was gonna be
undo-
like, is that not
Ah!
Who are you?
to
Oh yeah,
help
Nazik is
undo
here.
some of the knots.
Oh, we're back. We're back, baby.
I didn't even see you there.
It's okay, I'm not like bright purple or anything.
That light should have suggested.
It's weird
Perhaps
because
that's-
you stay just as invisible, but your attitude just becomes all-encompassing.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
while
been
you're with
working
us.
on that. In
Yeah.
fact, maybe there is a bubble around this camp. It's just my sass.
I love that.
Ugh.
That's great. You're really feeling like one of us.
You love a sass bubble.
Sometimes. God, I just keep forgetting. I'm so sorry.
No, those people, I also never remember.
It feels weird, like right there. It
Yeah.
was it's just gone.
I want
She's fucking lilac.
I want
don't
you all
see
to
it.
know that we are stage whispering right in front of her. She is still there.
Oh, but I've gotten so used to this. Like, this is just sort of
That's
part of
fair.
the course.
No, but it's more embarrassing for us.
I don't feel any embarrassment.
Yeah,
most
I'm
of the
all-
time.
I'm just sort of embarrassed because I just keep forgetting,
Yeah.
and that's
yeah.
and I'm just like, ugh.
I
that
kind
makes
of
me feel
assumed it
bad.
was a cultural norm that you just do that kind of thing. You
Oh, assume that for sure.
Cross in
Yes,
front of you.
absolutely,
Yes.
that's what it is, and then
Yeah.
it's also a cultural norm to speak about it the way we are.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? I'm gonna cast rope trick.
Oh God.
And
Oh
be like,
no.
So whenever we
What is it,
go
your
and
wedding
talk
night?
shit, you want to go in there? It's different now.
Oh no.
It's a full dungeon.
I was.
I was just
Gotta keep some things private.
not this. I was just saying that could be our shit talking dungeon whenever we want to say things. But
Let me in the shit talk dungeon.
yeah. Okay. Up.
And I will use my barely functional wings and then tuck them in to go in through the entrance.
Arch your back, focus.
Everything's put away in drawers, so it's not an active dungeon.
You can see there's one corner that's obviously like Bora's. It's just like cushy pillows, like stuffed
Yeah.
together, and like happy lighting and everything.
Yeah.
Dazzle pops right out. Very tame in here. Not a big deal at all.
All right, and
Hey, look in the cabinet. The green one on the left. Yeah. Just a bun. Okay. No, I can describe this. This is my time. Full gimp suits.
Yes.
But not sized for Fess or Bora, which would leave some. Yeah, exactly. We're talking harnesses,
Hang on.
definitely straps
Smaller?
for a swing.
Like
Who could
too
say?
small. Okay. Okay.
Who could say?
You could say.
I
We
will
could,
not.
but we won't.
And I won't tell. I'm not a sniff.
Yeah.
It's Ella's
Thank
thing.
you. Thank you.
all right.
Just a bunch of
Just for
flogging
that,
stuff.
Ella's gonna come up, try and climb up the rope and pull some bags of snacks out into the rope, the little rope trick. Just make sure that there's just some
Oh, nice of you all to finally show up. As Liren closes the newspaper.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Hey.
How long have you
Hey,
been
bud.
here?
Were you hiding behind
bud?
Nasik?
Wait, are they up in the
They're
rope
in
trick?
the rope trick.
Whoa!
I've been up here for weeks.
Uh-oh.
Here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. I'm on the record being very into all of this, and this should be a surprise to no one, because they are also very into my wife, and I feel like we had the conversation. Questions?
Chirp
Yes.
grabs one of the gimp suits and holds it up to Liren.
That was my question.
That was also my
Yes!
question. That was what my hand was up for. We were
Yes.
all wondering
Yeah.
the same thing. Is
Liren
it weird in size?
T-poses.
Yeah.
Oh, it's totally
It's,
fucking weird in size,
yes.
isn't it?
Wow.
Okay, we're here now.
And we find
Ella just pulled,
ourselves
bags of chips out.
returning, leaving that
What
fun
is that? What we talked
little
about?
scene. And the
Yeah,
environment
meant to bring these
around
characters
you
back.
all,
This is what we did.
the environment around you all changes once more, and we sit around the campfire with Ella, Effie, Kettle, Kai, Klulik, Urf, Guy's dead.
Oh.
And Urbara and Kempf once more.
Do we know anything happened?
All of you experienced that, not necessarily as yourselves or any one person there, but as almost a little bit of all of them at once. Like you found yourselves in a new norm, a new reality for a moment until it passed.
It kept going.
Would have been in a gimp suit. Oh no, I'm stuck in the voice. I was hearing it for too long. That's okay.
And just off
This is
everyone's
good.
direction. See, you saw it. You saw it. You
Wait,
saw
did
it.
you do this?
You saw it.
Did you
I
do-
did
did
not
you-
do it. You did it to me.
No, that
Yes.
doesn't sound right.
What do you? Well, I guess technically not you.
Thank you.
That's fair. But yes, this is what happens, right? The other things kept going, and I struggled to hold on to any of the things that happened after. But sometimes things just maybe it's I don't know if it's points and physical locations that cause a memory to overlap, but
Is
there's always
this
things that could have been?
is this happening to other people? Is this something that is did we mess up reality in some way? Or is this something that's just happening to us?
I assumed that it was statistically unlikely that it would just happen to me, because what are the odds of being that unlucky to be the only person who was insignificant enough between two timelines to be merged into one, because we don't have a place for both of you in it.
Yikes.
And
Yeah,
yet,
I'm not gonna lie, that fucked me up a little bit.
and yet
Yeah.
from my research so far, it is
Wait,
just
hang on.
me.
Who's that?
Urbara.
Wait,
Okay.
that
Urbara.
happened
Lyric.
to
I was
you
like,
all.
Lyric, you here?
Urbara has the deep Aussie accent.
Yeah.
Lyran's got the high one.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Hang on. You remember what? You remember that? You experienced that just now?
I saw what happened just now. Yeah, I was with there with all of you.
Weird.
I felt something that I've never felt before.
Well, you're only 3 weeks old, and we're not explaining it to you yet.
What was
Yeah, not that you're older.
I think I'm in love with Kai.
Oh, I was gonna say the
Are
other.
we doing this again?
Yeah.
One more marriage, wedding time.
I would marry water so fast.
Oh, well, I'm sorry you all had to experience that. I'm sure that was probably very troubling when you know the people.
Would
Are you okay?
I look
I
I,
don't wanna-
I
Why
look
would
I
you
look
be?
at I look at Ellen. I'm like, would we have been happier the other way?
No,
You made me sad, Vince.
I don't think so. Don't forget. We lost Dazzle and Nazik and Liran. In this way here, this time, but we lost everything before.
I will say, you do remember something Dazzle told you way back when that happened, Plulik and Ella, that she'd been shown a vision by the doll, that if you simply persisted with the line you were currently on, you would all wind up together and happy. They didn't promise the state the world would be in, but you would all be together.
I guess I just assumed that we would have been happy, but the world would have been totally destroyed. So what was the point? But it kept going.
It does seem like maybe it was the type of bunch to find a way to dance on the ashes, doesn't it?
I mean, let's just say what it is. We live in this world, but we just saw that one. So there's a world in which all of you are still together and still happy. I think it's very clear from everything I've heard about what you all experienced that there's a life after this one and worlds beyond this. And I don't think you ever really lose anyone for good. You just lose them for a little while. And that's okay.
I mean, if you'd asked any of us then, the choices that we made, we would have sacrificed ourselves so that the mess of that world was fixed.
And we did. We fixed it.
But if we were to make that decision again, knowing that we could have our friends around us and the world burns,
As
No.
someone who's a part of
Yeah.
the world,
Yep.
like, hey,
Yeah.
maybe I'm dead in that other one, so go
No.
fuck yourselves. You made the right choice, and I'm proud of you.
No.
Good job.
I
Good
know.
job.
If it hadn't
Good
been,
job.
if we had made the other choice, I wouldn't raise the kids.
I might not exist.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have raised
You're
the
great.
I
Thank
would be
you.
an extremely successful librarian.
Just sucks to be this version of you.
Actually, I like this version of me.
Oh, well then you win.
I think so. I just wish that some other people could be here to celebrate the win with us. That's all.
Well, from the little that I could feel, they were happy to spend the time with you that they did.
you might end up meeting Bora. You know, Bora and Fess are
She's
around
hot.
here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in the Feywild, though.
I'll
Oh.
open up my book and I do have like a rendering, like a poorly drawn version of all of them, and I'm just like,
Oh.
Gotta clean that shit up.
Yeah, she's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
yeah, both very cool, and very hot.
Okay. We can only deal with one catastrophe at a time, I suppose.
Sorry.
Spring first, then reality.
I'm sure it won't happen again.
Probably not. These things don't come in clusters of anything, probably. It'll
They
be fine.
usually only plague my mind.
Let me ask
You
you
good?
something.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I am a amalgamation of mess in there, but you know, I find it very interesting. My life was rather boring before.
That's a good way to look at it.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard this song?
And fade to black.
Have I ever heard
What are you
that
playing?
song?
He plays random songs every time he's trying to unlock it.
No.
We gotta get this cube sorted out. We're running up on the finale. What is happening?
Oh, there's
Yeah.
more after this.
God damn it.
If not only for the cube.
Just the cube.
Um,
Cube and resolving
do
the
it for the
bird killing
cube.
rock.
Do it for the cube.
Everyone do it for the cube.
The trip continues. You make your way south further yet as you progress for a time
Do
until
we
you
take
come.
another long rest?
You've had a few at this point. There's we're doing some time skippy business over here.
Okay.
I'll take those spell slots.
You will continue
Oh,
traveling
yeah.
south along the banks of the lake until you come to a forest. Further bordered by hills that cuts the northern roads off from Gestault to the south. Urbara pulls the wagons aside and walks back to your carriage. Right, so Kimp knows some of the shorter paths, the orcish ways, that should cut some time off of our trip. Now, we're not going into the Feywilds.
Good.
I'm sure we
Yeah,
can
they
all
didn't-
agree we don't want to do that.
That didn't really
Right.
work out well for us last time.
Yeah.
Very curious to see them, but
You have much
Maybe
training to do before you're ready
Another
for the
time.
Fae.
And maybe not spring,
okay,
until that's all sorted out.
right.
And, you know, he and I also have a bit of a policy against that, given the recent events. But we'll be tapping into it just enough to hasten the forest a little bit. It'll be a couple days in there, though, so we will need to camp out during the trip inside the forest. When we do, try to keep your wits about you. We're not expecting trouble inside, like I said back in Kasusai as well. There aren't many reports of spring assaulting the eastern seaboard of Tarif yet, but having that energy around for that long can have unpredictable effects. So just be mindful.
Always.
I know you're vigilant, right? Yes, you're very on top of things. You struck me as a man who's always ready.
I will strike you.
Okay. You know what? Many like you have. And he pulls up his shirt, like covered in scars.
Ah, you need to
How
learn to
hot
dodge.
is he?
I
Who?
remember him being pretty hot.
I just rolled an 18
No,
for
I
him
know,
being
I
hot.
know. That was, that was a roll to
Urbara-
how I'm gonna act on that.
Urbara is roguish, suave, and grizzled. Like,
Detect thoughts.
surface level, are you targeting anything specific here?
Obviously, does he think I'm pretty?
Well, what are you right now?
Shit. What is he?
He is a tiefling.
How do I subtly be
A
tiefling?
light, like almost like a light powder but muted.
Have you every
blue
day been
tiefling.
slowly turning into a
Yes!
tiefling little by little?
100%.
She came back.
Just subtly being more tiefling.
Every day wake
Yeah.
up as a tiefling.
Till we're like, and we
When
get
did you
on the
have
radar. the whole time, shut up.
Oh,
Does he
oh,
think
yeah.
you're
Fen has
pretty?
always had horns.
Ah,
Thank
I
you.
see.
Thank you. I give you bardic inspiration.
What is the gender you present as?
Shit.
Good choice.
That's how I
Ah,
identify.
yes, the 3 genders.
No.
You know what? We're gonna split the difference because I don't know what I'm working with yet.
Split the difference. Okay.
Yeah,
How
they
do you
pre-
look?
They present as very androgynous.
Okay.
So
Wonderful.
you have to make the call. Am I hot? I'm giving you Tilda Swinton.
Oh,
Map
then
whatever you need.
obviously you're hot.
He-
Map whatever you need to map onto that.
Confusingly hot.
Yeah.
He seems to appreciate you. He
Could do better. There's always more trips.
Zelda Swinton's not his type.
Yeah.
he,
Okay.
found,
Noted.
he finds you interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loves you like a brother.
Oh no.
Is not terribly physically attracted to you.
Alright, This is a new day. We've
There are
got-
also the thoughts on his mind that he's effectively married.
I was gonna say, yeah, like Kent is.
Kemp is his partner.
Yeah.
Finfinobara, yeah.
Oh, oops. I said what I said, and I'll keep working on it. Thank you. I have a project for the trip.
A little more tiefling every day.
When did the tail get here? Shut up.
First we got like a work back home, like AKA over there.
Speaking of like little projects for the trip, I would
Yeah.
like to read all the way through the book that Kai gave to me, where they were journaling everything that happened up to this point and the like trekking after the group up to that point to
Look at
fill
who's
in a
caught
lot
up.
of the gaps.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get caught up in that, and I'll just stop Kai at one point and be like, "You are such a good writer." This is
And I
incredible.
grab a tail that is newly appeared. little forked end. Thank you.
Incredible. I couldn't put it down.
Oh my gosh. That. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Absolutely spectacular. Have you written anything else? I like books. There's not many around.
No, but I've always wanted to write more. Can I say something really weird? And I'm sorry if it's like an intrusion.
Sure.
I kind of had the ability to like touch with it, read it, and I peeked into your writings in your spell book.
Oh.
I like how your mind works.
Oh.
It's layers on layers of things.
It is.
And anyone that can kind of hold so much together, disjointed though it may be, I think you're really impressive. That's all. And yeah, I know the circumstances that you've joined the group are weird,
Yes.
but I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. With everything that happened earlier in the timelines where you weren't here as well, I feel like I understand, and
Yeah.
I bet that's very difficult to navigate, but I'm very glad you're here too.
Also, your glasses are cool. Anyway.
And Effie turns like bright red, like so visibly like sweating a little bit, just having been complimented by Kai. She's just like
Kai's in the corner. She's about to pull the tail off of her body.
cool. If you ever want to, I don't know.
We should like write
that's
a book
weird. It's
together.
like a
I don't know. Is that weird?
Oh my god. Okay.
No,
Right.
please.
Who
said that?
I think
The distant guy.
are we still we're kind of like camped by the forest, or are we moving?
You've simply pulled off.
Okay.
And Kemph is now walking toward the tree line. Are you gonna do something?
No, I was just getting a vibe. Like, are we
Yeah.
all walking, or is Kemp going ahead to kind of do stuff?
He's going ahead. You're not sure what he's doing. It appears he's about to perform some kind of ritual or
Okay.
something.
While he's doing that, then I think Klulik is sparring with Kettle.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm waiting for my squire to join us, and I believe Ella could use some combat training as well. but-
Ella is taking time off. We've discussed this.
All
No,
right, all
I'll
right.
jump in. I'll jump in, Kettle. That's absolutely fun.
Yes.
So is this like a?
Gonna kill you.
Hang on. So with a third participant, are we like, is it like a rock, paper, scissors situation, or how are you?
I've also been called upon as a squire.
Teams.
So then Ella Kululik versus.
Yeah, and
You
I show
only
up
have
immediately.
magic.
Yeah. I show up immediately after my interaction with Kai too, so I am like just actively still like sweating a little bit and like flushed. And I just right, my duties. What are we doing?
I see you've already raged. You're you're steaming.
Yes.
Coming off of your
Clue
body.
clocks Kai and is like,
I thought you meant clock. Like,
No.
you
No.
just
No.
dead
Oh my
guy,
No.
and the whole thing breaks down.
no. But I think
he's got her visually dead to rights. Like,
But I think as everybody's been like popping, like coming back together, as like Klulik and Kettle have been like sparring. It's a lot of like, Klulik is doing like a lot of flippy and like moving around like Kettle very quickly, as Kettle is doing like a
Yoda-ing
lot of
it.
he's doing very Yoda. But like also every time Klulik goes to hit Kettle, Kettle like very much like globs away and stuff, and so we're just like.
Actually, notably, you've seen him utilize his misty gaseous form.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It goes right through.
Since I don't have, as I said, I have no weapons on me at all, not even like a standard dagger or anything. What I will do, on the other hand, is summon an arcane hand, and I will have that like prepared to fight for me. So it's a large, like translucent, magical force, literal fist that just appears in front of me. And I'll just like hold it there and kind of watch for Kettle's clue. Like, I put it there, but I don't particularly want it to.
Punch! It's okay. Go ahead. Klulik, by the way, is using Asmeridian. He's not fighting barehanded. He's like weapon to weapon
Weapon with the
sparring.
axe.
Yeah.
An axe made out of water, by the way.
So, I would like to flavor this arcane hand that it follows her hand movements, but like in a larger, big
You're Jaegering.
fucking fist
Yeah.
You just-
in front of
I
her.
also picture it on like the accordion thing, so you have like a
The Ultra Hand.
How dare you.
The
Yeah,
Nintendo
yeah.
Ultra Hand.
So when he like first swings with the sword, she just kind of goes, and that's it, because that's how she moved her
Yeah.
hand out of like panic, even though she's feet backwards out of range. Just
That's good. That's good. Good block. And he comes swinging again.
counter.
all right. Great. So I will go for grasping hand. The hand attempts to grapple a somewhere between huge and small creature within 5 feet of it. The hand has its own strength score and everything. It's a whole thing. You can use a bonus action to have your hand crush it. I do not try to crush him.
let it be said, when Kai like walks over, I'm giving everyone bardic inspiration.
I assume you're a medium creature. Then
I like to think of myself as a medium creature.
Yeah, so then I have advantage on the attacks, specifically
Great.
medium or smaller. That is, where is the hand's strength?
It's a D8. Let me know when you use it because there's extra stuff.
Ooh, exciting.
No, it's not a advantage. It's different.
I don't have hand strength. I'll just apply my own, which is none, because I'm trying to hit it
Go
with
for
my
it, yeah.
own, which is 0. So my highest is a 10.
Okay. I'd like to handle this in bulk fashion.
Yeah.
If we're going to be like slogging out a little
Bulk
bit.
fighting.
I'd like 3 d20 rolls from you
Okay.
and have them like ordered. First, second, and third. Anyone else fighting as well, roll the same. And also pick your opponent. If you're pairing off, that's great. If it's just like a random slog, we can also work with that.
I would like
but-
to specifically say I do not want to take on Ella.
I am taking on Ella.
It's going to be a pass for me.
Okay,
on
so we
fighting.
got Effie, Klulik, Kettle, Ella.
Yes.
Ketella. Beautiful. So let's resolve. So go ahead and roll your 3 d20s. Make sure you know which is which in the order there. Let's resolve Klulik versus Effie. If you have rolled those already.
Terrible.
I
Were they?
have not.
Terrible.
Okay,
Did you use your
15, a 10, and a
inspiration?
3.
Okay, so
Bardic inspiration?
you can also use Bardic Inspiration if you have it.
You gotta let me know when
Um,
you use it, because I'm gonna be stupid.
Your first
when it
roll was a
I'll
15.
use Bardic Inspiration for my second one. then.
Klulik, what was your
Yeah.
first
My
roll?
first one.
I'm gonna use that bardic. My first roll is gonna be an 18.
That is a victory for Klulik. Klulik, the hand is coming at you. Please narrate how this occurs.
Sure. So that hand comes flying at Klulik, and Klulik slides underneath and reaches back and taps the hand because he's doing like sparring rules.
Yeah.
So he like taps the hand so the hand is out, and then he's also like reaching out. He's doing like a monk pose, and he taps Effie on the nose so she's out.
Tap her.
And I it.
So within 5 feet, I think this is gonna go to Kettle and Ella. I need both of you to make con saves.
Con save.
Meanwhile, what is your second roll?
My second roll was a 9.
And yours was?
10.
Okay, so then, bit of a riposte. How do you counter that?
So I'm gonna try to go in again. She's a little tentative on it. So she tries to go in for a grab, and I think she wants to try and like grab around his arms so he can't tag her out again because she doesn't really know the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she just wants to try and like grab his arms together like this and not
And you
like
are
squeeze
successful
tight
in
to her
doing
again.
so.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
And what is your final roll?
My final roll was an 8.
Against?
a 3.
Oh! How do you succeed, but you shouldn't have?
Yeah, right. So I'm grasped in this giant like hand, and I pop out my spectral hands and arms, and knock those off, and then of course the force blow pushes her back a bit, and then he comes down and actually reaches down with one of the spectral hands and like lifts her up almost like by the back of her collar and stands her back up.
like a mama cat.
Yeah, like a mama cat. Like after he pushes
got
the force pushes her down, it's like, and he puts her back up and he's like, "That was very good. I am not easy to catch."
Thank you. It was fun. You did the hands. Incredible.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. It's new.
Meanwhile, did you do something to Ella and
How'd you guys
Kettle?
roll?
26.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you're fine.
Uh-oh.
Nothing happens.
What was your first roll, Kettle?
I will use Bardic Inspiration on
Nice.
the first one.
Cool,
I
cool.
rolled a 4,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Good.
plus on the die a 2,
Okay, great.
so we're at 6.
Versus,
Do I add my axe?
this is raw D20. Just
Copy
for like
that.
a rough spot.
You don't have to say raw every
Raw-
time.
plain
first-
D20.
My
It's
first
the
one
same
was an
thing.
18.
Oh my god. Great.
You still
So
need to make another con save though.
roll
Another
the
one?
con save.
I'm gonna say all 3 of you make it.
Who?
Everyone but Kettle.
Oh,
16.
Just below.
Wait, let me
Yeah.
double check.
Wait, what's my
Let me
con?
make
Just
I actually have a
below.
con modifier. But there's a 4 on the die. I don't think this is
15.
like going to go
yeah,
well
it is
for
at
me.
16.
Finally,
They've all failed.
They
but
all got
yeah,
it.
Certainly.
And whatever your touch or whatever your attempted hit delivers, all of you take 4 points of thunder damage.
oh my god.
As all you just, it's just guys' laughter very loud.
As you take the thunder damage as well, Ella, describe your first successful assault against Kettle.
Kettle is charging at you with this axe, and it's like an overhand swing.
Okay, I mean at that point, then she'll just like take her mace and just like essentially pull it like up, take the axe and try to and like sweep it around to try and disarm you.
Beautiful. And your second roll?
A natural 1.
Oh my god, Kettle!
I only
really
rolled a
matter.
7 and then I used my D8 for that one and got an 8.
Oh
On
my
it.
god!
Con
No,
save.
I got a 1, so that makes it an 8. Sorry,
Okay.
my apologies. Sorry, not an 8. Makes it
Don't
a
need
full
the
8.
con save.
That's so
Dirty
funny.
20.
Nah, you're fine.
So then, Ella, how do you follow up on that attempt to disarm successfully? What's your next move?
I think I sweep his axe out and then I try and push him down to actually bring the mace down while he's prone,
Beautiful.
if I
Do
can
Do you
knock
see
him
him
on the third.
like his back is down, or his front is
Back down,
Back
face
down.
to face. Yeah.
So as you see that and the mace is coming down, you can see the axe like obliterate into water again
Mm-hmm.
to reabsorb into his body.
Cool.
And then your final roll, Kettle.
16.
Uh-oh.
18.
Whoa! And what's your finishing move? That barely succeeds, if you can both narrate
Yeah.
that.
Kettle tries to block this incoming move by putting up his arms, just
Yeah.
as a defensive move.
And I think that there's just kind of a moment as like the heat of the battle and something kind of
We're
comes
just working
over
some shit out
Ella
right now.
Yeah, yeah.
as there's a little bit, I think, of a flash of the last, like, very intense conversation that we had. And around her hands, there's this, like, dark shadow, like, almost like necrotic shimmer around them as she kind of, like, leans down onto you and makes physical contact as that mace comes down and casts vampiric touch.
Ooh.
Which is 3d6. I rolled it just in case. So that's 10 necrotic damage.
Take it.
And it actually like sucks back into Ella and like she kind of
Does
Is that
Stella get
obvious
smaller?
that happens?
Yeah, Kettle gets smaller.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, because she's not trying to hide it. It kind of like is like it's absolutely a loss of
I'm
control.
sending a shatter under your feet.
Ooh.
But I'm there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
shattered
it's
Kettle.
absolutely a loss of
Yeah.
control.
Great. Yeah. So
Shatter is a con save again? No, charisma.
I mean, this is for flavor. Like, it's a con save of
Whether
17.
I like keep my
Yeah,
my
I'm not
balance.
trying. Yeah, I'm not trying to do damage to you. I'm just
just
trying
shake
to,
her up a little bit.
Yeah.
Why am I successful at this?
Because you're angry.
Con-
It's okay.
save?
Again, I'm not.
21.
Yeah. Again, that was like sent down low enough that it's just
Get
I
her
want the ground to
attention.
buckle
Yeah,
under your
absolutely.
feet,
Yeah.
and then I'm just making eye contact with you.
While that's happening, Kettle grabs your mace as you're distracted and then pulls you down to look face to face to him. I see you. And then lets you go. Well done.
Sorry, sweetheart. I got a little carried away.
Help me up.
All right, man.
That was fucking brutal, you guys. Holy shit, that was
Die!
so cool.
What?
That was. Stop it!
I'll
That's
allow
what
it.
happens when you let her sleep.
What's your spell save DC?
15.
I don't even know why I asked. I rolled a 9.
What did you think was going
We're
to
level
happen?
9.
I've got like a +3, so maybe. Yeah, just roll it. Roll your 50 points of damage.
21. Oh God, it's 2 8s. 21.
That'll do it.
9,
Like we're.
That'll do, Tori. That'll do.
37.
Okay,
40.
keep counting. Okay. He grips his heart as you see his chest begins to melt and decay, and his hand goes through into his own body as he crumples into a little steaming heap before dissolving into the earth.
You know, he's been trying to tell us something for weeks now, and eventually we're going to have to
Someday.
listen. Eventually.
Today is not that day.
Today is not that day.
I
Hey.
just remember that I can like make him an ingredient, and I have a whole
true.
recipe about that.
To serve guy.
To serve, serve, guy.
Maybe some of
It's
us
a
like that.
cookbook.
Coated.
Klulik walks over to Ella and pats her on the shoulder and is like, "That was good. You did good. It's okay."
Normally, I don't really get a chance to flex those muscles, as it were. So,
You know,
thanks.
you have the same chances as everybody else. You just make different decisions usually. But I liked seeing this.
I used to make different decisions. Yeah.
Yeah. If this is helping, then I like it. Also, he's an idiot baby. And he's not allowed to talk to you the way he did, so that was great.
He was right.
Oh, if I'm a guy, I'm like, come on.
Guy is also an idiot, babe.
Yeah.
But he was so nice to you.
It's too late.
You
he was
think?
right. I do.
Okay. Then good. Then good. Everything's working out. Everybody seems happy, don't you think?
Truly not. No, not at all.
I don't know.
No.
On that note, we have a
This is bad.
confessional for Ella.
Oh God.
Oh.
Count us in.
for Ella in 3, 2.
I can't believe that I got to see Dazzle the way that she used to be. And I'm grateful for it, and I think that seeing the possibility of something continuing and knowing that she is doing important work elsewhere is good, and I'm happy for her. But we're left here with this new, with Effie, even, which is, you know, I'm sure she's perfectly nice, but I meant it what I said to Chirp. I think that Kettle is right, and I think that I need to become a different person now. I think that maybe life just ain't it. Fedor's life and death. Maybe he can contain multitudes, and I just can't. Maybe I'm just better at death. I could be good at death. That's all right with me. Meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
So say we all.
All of you are huffing and puffing, catching your breath, relaxing after that fun little
Blowing the
spar.
house down.
And you all see
Why am I tired?
the shadow really took it out of you. You all see as Kimph approaches the edge of the wood before you. A sea of oak and fir shifting and swaying lightly despite the lack of a breeze. Before the tree line is a little meadow where flowers grow. You see Kimph wade into the field and lean down. He clears a small area around him and plants a little flower. It has green petals and a blue stamen, bright and garish like the Lord of Spring himself. Kimph returns to the cart. There are some old oaths that the spring, even in its present madness, cannot violate. We will have safe and swift passage through the woods. All right,
Well, I see no reason to think anything else.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. I believe you, and this
Everything's
is gonna
great.
be great.
No, wonderful time is going to be had by all.
Yeah.
The cart.
What's the name of the horses?
Kurt.
How dare you? You know what? You will have to ask them at the next stop.
Good.
If only Dazzle were here.
Yeah.
Aw, Bean.
Nay.
She's dead.
The only thing I know
Hey, I'm sorry.
is that I can't speak horse anymore.
That's it.
You'll have to get a whole bunch of new powers. Anyway, the cart is hurried on. No, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be great.
I want to speak the horse.
You know what?
She just wants to speak horse.
We haven't done a get a new language one in a long time. I think it's your turn. Well, you know what? We'll work it in. We'll do it for you.
It
Yay!
doesn't have to be horses, but it did make me feel special.
It's always the next one you hear, so you never know. The cart is
Talk to
hurried
Rex.
on, and you enter the forest. The sun is blotted out, and while the berth is narrow, the trees seem almost to give way to your approach, letting you through. One other thing catches your eye as you make your way through the wood. There's something about these trees that stands out to you. It is a shape, it is a dimension, until you realize every single tree in this forest is thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Every single tree simply has a dump truck donk, swaying in the breeze.
You remember that Kirby tree from the Unicorn?
Yeah. Yep.
The one who was all up on
100%.
Schmendrick the Magician? They all look like that.
I thought you said Kirby tree, and that went somewhere.
Yeah.
No.
The trees,
Although I'm
Like
sure that
Barbie.
art exists.
the trees are all close enough together that not only do the donks clap each to their own, but they clap amongst each other, leading to a grand applause as you proceed through the forest.
Well, that answered that. If a donk clapped in the woods,
But we were there to hear it.
Yeah.
It
What's the
seems-
sound of one donk clapping?
I mean, yeah, it's two cheeks, so. It seems as though you're carrying on as normal for some minutes until you realize, looking more distantly through the wood, that those trees further from you are rocketing past at an incredible pace, although you feel as though you're moving normally. The air smells sweet, almost sickly so, like honeysuckle and very spring.
It smells good. Okay. Ooh, it went by so fast.
All spit fit in. Yeah.
There's never been a saying about spitting into the wind, so this will be fine.
Yeah.
Immediate.
Kettle does it, it just reabsorbs.
Yeah, because of course he spits forward. Just right into the floor.
Hate it. Okay. That's a new smell. Spring, it's like there's something coming.
It hit you as you entered the forest.
Oh, okay.
It seems almost like it's an inherent part of whatever you're passing through right now.
Can I do like an Arcana check to try to figure out what's going on as it's happening?
Oh my god,
Oh my God.
yes.
Spring
Thank
tunnel.
you. Whoop. I roll badly. Art-
Sorry, I sucked all of the luck out of the room, guys.
That's the Abria jingle.
I want that as a ringtone.
I roll
I
badly.
roll badly.
Are there any rerolls I would like to be successful, please?
we don't have any. Hold on.
Oh shit! I'm stuck with an 8.
You
Son.
made the trees thick.
we
and
have
yet-
no rerolls.
Yo, it be that way sometimes.
I love their priorities in
Yeah,
all
yeah,
honesty.
yeah.
I can't
what was your
argue.
number?
It was an 8.
Okay. You don't have inspiration, do you?
Wait, that's an ability check you were making?
See?
Yeah.
Reroll it. I'm going to use Chronal Shift.
There it is. It's the thing you can do.
Thank you.
Undo. Redo.
18!
There you
Well,
go.
well. Our very own reroll
Effie is
generator.
rerolls.
Yeah, so I can do that after I see what the die does, whether it succeeds or fails, and then you have to take the result of the second die.
It's like a fun
Do I know you?
dichotomy of the divination wizard as well, who can pre-roll die and inflict them upon you. You
Yeah.
inflict these re-rolls, we don't know what they're gonna be.
And they
like,
have
it's,
to take it.
It's very interesting, very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta go back.
Am I aware of it?
Marty!
You said that? We gotta go back.
Are you aware?
I could say yeah. I would be fine with you being aware of it. So if you were trying to identify something,
Yeah.
I think that Effie might just try to slow things down a little bit in front of you and make your vision a little bit clearer to identify what's around you. Since we're moving,
Yeah.
the thing is that everything is moving so quickly.
And that was an Arcana check.
Yes.
You're like,
To,
when
like,
Vin
what the
Diesel
fuck?
passes another car.
Yeah.
Or Luigi and Mario
Roll
Kart.
for family.
Roll. It's not about cars.
So you were trying to determine what the nature of this magic is.
Yeah.
With an 18 total.
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely smacking a Fae for you, for sure.
Duh.
Hi, there's more.
Okay. I was like, if you're gonna give me that, we have a problem.
an 18, it Fae.
If Faye though.
Go away.
Okay.
So with an 18, you'll say this is definitely Fae. It's obviously spring.
Yeah.
The smell alone tells you. But further, this appears to be, and it's something I'll even say you've heard about in your spycraft or studies in the past, where there are stories of specific parts of the world, typically forests, although it depends on which Fae realm you're talking about, that are a little bit more steeped in the energy than the average place would be, where there are old agreements with the peoples of Boros, the mortal races, to allow passage through them or interaction with them. To allow passage through them or interaction with them using an old ancient pact of the Fae. Most commonly, it appears like this, where you are able to traverse them in a
Copy.
speeded way, essentially.
Dope. I think as she realizes that, if I can iterate a little bit on that very cool magic that Effie did.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 versions that Kai feels of that moment, where all she got was some Fae bullshit, and then this sort of deeper understanding, and they kind of snap back together, and the one where she got more intel is the one that sticks, and she just has that little bit of I don't know, it's now an Effie brand hangover of time bullshit, Fae bullshit. Okay. and then Kai will kind of just say that to the group.
And we're back.
And we're back.
I've got it. Redo.
It is a little bit difficult to determine night and day in this wood, as you discover, as the light shining through the canopies seems to change but little as the day progresses, almost as though it were static. It dims a bit, changes color slightly, but it's so obviously different from having spent a night outside, as now it's been long enough for it to have been night, but there is still light shining down from above you.
Oh,
Fae bullshit.
Fae bullshit. Campfire,
Yeah, g'day.
is this expected?
Yeah, no, this happens every time we go through here.
Also, you should just warn people about.
Yeah, this
that.
feels like something where, like, beforehand you would say, "Look out for the face."
Oh, sorry.
It's
Yeah.
totally fine.
The smells, the light, the voices,
Uh-huh.
Voices?
Love
the
that
shadows.
for us.
Mhm.
Shadows.
You'll see them in the distance. The lights, don't follow them.
Okay.
Really, I mean, the first advice I gave you, really, just stay with the wagons and you'll be fine.
All right.
Kai looks just like a hot buff tiefling now.
enough
just a
time.
dude.
Urbara shoots like one glance back, like,
Yeah.
but it's half like, who is that?
Yeah. I've been like this the whole time. And everyone knows
Obviously.
that. Thank you.
His purple light comes on.
Got him.
Urbara's just dressed like Gene Wilder. Like, just
Yes.
like, dun-
On
there's
that
no
note,
earthly
though,
way of knowing.
We, oh my god. We have a confessional once more for
Yay, Effie.
Yay.
count us in.
Confessional.
No.
I think it's working. Everyone has been so nice to me, and well, Ella is has been very lovely as well. It's just I feel like I might have inconvenienced her by being here, and I am terribly apologetic for that. I do feel very, very bad about it. I understand that it's a very troubling time for them, and I didn't mean to arrive after their friend died. I didn't know that their friend had died. I should have known that their friend had died. And then it took forever for me to say anything about it. It's so embarrassing. But that's okay, because I think we're making great progress, and Klulik was so kind to Ella to take care of her, and Kai kind of was so complimentary, and I think that I'm learning a lot from Kettle as well. He's been very strong, very helpful in bolstering it up. I still do not quite understand what my duties are in necessarily serving for Kettle, but I don't have the literature on it. I will say I stayed away from most things that would have accompanied like battle tactics or things of the sort, and I am strongly regretting it now, but I think I'm on my way to a lovely new life. Meow meow.
That's never gonna stop, is it?
Gotta kill him.
It's got
I don't
it's
know
end
why
at the end of
she's
the
gotta
season.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just feel it. I
Yeah,
feel it.
I feel it. I also feel it.
Wonderful. Well, you continue through the woods. As the day has worn on now to what you suspect must surely be night, Kimph and Urbara circle the wagons as best they can around a couple of trees, attempting even to enclose the tops of the wagons using the canopies and lower brush cover from the various branches with foliage and what have you.
But
Yes, they plug the top of the wagons with donk.
yeah,
Okay, so
Just-
they're trying to like bend the trees down essentially to cover the top of the wagon.
Gonna be honest, there is such a plethora of donk. You can just kind of like shift it into position a little bit.
I'll use telekinesis to help shift donk.
Yes!
Incredible.
Amazing.
I want you to roll for donk.
Yeah, so
Bardic inspiration.
thank you very
And we have
much.
like 30 rerolls now.
oh, thank you.
Thanks.
great.
What would that modifier be? That
Did
would
they
be like an
roll over?
intelligence-based
No.
thing,
I'd
right?
say yes. Well, it depends on whether or not you are like perceiving donk or like you know donk. Like in versus wisdom,
Yeah.
right? Like are you taking
Yeah.
in the donk around you or are you using your like your knowledge, your
I
studies
don't have
of donk?
knowledge of donk.
So I
but-
guess you gotta take in the donk, right?
Yeah, I gotta take in the. I don't know donk, but I know trees.
I mean that's close
It's about
enough.
the donk, not really about the tree.
This is a little bit about the donk. It's 50-50, so tree knowledge I'll also take.
Librarian isn't reading the romance genre.
Thank you.
That
Terrible.
seems very strange.
I'll
to
take
me.
tree knowledge. You
Court
can
of
roll int,
Donk
yeah.
and Roses.
Yes.
And perhaps you'll learn donk in the process.
I am using the inspiration you gave me earlier.
Huh.
I'm using a different die as well. Great, not much better. That was an 8 on
We
the
got
die.
We
47
have
rerolls.
rerolls. We have 218 rerolls.
But all for me.
It's actually more like 12, but yeah.
Go again.
What did you do?
What did I do?
have you
What
done?
did I do?
Keep rolling, keep rolling,
done?
Effie.
Roll
For
it raw,
For the
on the
love of
table.
God.
That's another 4.
Here.
Keep going, Effie.
Roll
Okay, it's a 15. It's a 15. It's a 15.
Okay.
It's a 15.
That's it. Roll
with
my
my,
dice, see what
Oh my
happens.
with my int modifier.
For the love of Dawn.
You
that
also
is
have
an
Bardic Inspiration.
18. With the bardic inspiration, that's a D8. That's a 19.
You can roll
I'm
it again.
telling you that has got to be Kaylee's fault. It's another one.
Kaylee, what have you done?
You can
I think
ably
it
look. You got a
has to
19, right?
be- I think it
You've got a
has to
19
be.
to bend
A
it.
19.
I have a 19 to bend a tree, and also the spell says that I can specifically try to move things up to
We do
1,000
tend to
pounds.
get caught
Easy.
up.
That is
We do.
more than enough.
Yeah, I've
Rowan.
scored
To
it.
shift
I'm just
dawn.
more concerned about what's happening to my dice.
The
Roll in
roll
my
was
dice
less.
or put a bunch of stuff in your dice tray.
The roll was less for your ability to have done it at all, and more in like your artistry in shifting donk.
Excellent.
So
Got real
with
burnt out
19,
gifted kid energy when it comes to like
with a
refusing
19, you
roll.
have a very like capable donk shaping.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so flush. It's like nothing but carriage with these here, just so neatly fit in.
Mm-hmm.
It blots out all light. And Kinth and Urbara set up a little fire in the middle as it's just cheeks above you.
Home.
Come, rest with us
I wish
here
you wouldn't
beneath the
start
I
cheeks.
use my weird ability to just make
Keep
everything
saying,
homey.
Make it homey. Okay.
Tell
Yes.
us, come, share your story here beneath the cheeks.
The cracks
Tell
are
us a
decorated
tale.
with garland.
I regret this.
Rest you now here, weary traveler amongst the cheeks.
Stay a while and listen.
Every individual thing that's happened today is the second strangest thing that's ever happened to me.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on
Yeah,
that.
and none of them ever become the strangest.
Because you were here.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well,
Still early. Early days.
they dole out provisions, Kinth and Urbara, as they're all relaxing now around the fire. And Urbara actually, as he's handing out a bit of jerky, some bread, hard cheese, a bit of ale from a skin.
Not ale. Give me the mineral water.
Oh, I'm sorry. And he hands you an Evian.
Brand
Evian.
name.
Effion.
Fantasy.
Fantasy Effion. Yeah, there you go.
It's a family name.
With you?
My first name. It's a family name.
Yes. I come from a long line of people with the first name Effie and different last names.
And we make water.
Yeah.
Urbara.
We all make water.
Gross.
No
Urbara,
thanks, I did during the break.
Urbara leans down to Ella, actually. All right. It's been killing me a bit since we camped out by the lake.
What's that, sweetheart?
When I saw you lot in Kasusai, it felt like I should talk to you. It felt like catching up with an old friend. But I know that I've never met you, and Kinth had the same thing. So what am I just barking? Like, what am I picking up on here?
You know, sometimes we get that occasionally. I think maybe we just have, those kinds of faces. Maybe we knew each other in another life.
Because it's just the two of you.
Just us two?
Yeah, you and Klulik over there.
Yeah, we've been told we have those kinds of faces.
I'm just rolling a little crystal bead while you do that and casting Liam and
That's baby
Psycho.
shock.
You'd remember that.
Purple component unlocked.
Kinth has also been eyeing you guys up, just the two of you, as you sit around the fire here. Meanwhile, however, as we all begin to relax for the evening, we have a confessional for a horse.
Yes!
Thank you for this gift of still allowing me to speak to these voices.
Count me in.
What a gift.
Oh my god.
Spider drop.
Wait, am I going? Okay. Okay. I miss her. Listen, I thought I'd handle it better than I did, but it's not been long now, but boy, I miss Dazzle. And I know we gave her a lot of shit, but yeah, her accent was terrible and everything she said was borderline offensive, highly problematic, cancelable even. But never really know what you got till it's gone. Just hooves. That said, though, looking forward to getting to know this new Effie character. I think one of these days coming up, maybe she will just get to talk to us. And I think I might just have a few things to say. If she says nay, however, I swear to fucking God, I'm going to trample and we're tearing up one more character sheet. My name is Sad. Nay, nay.
Okay,
Now watch
okay.
me win.
No, it's their word. It's their word. It's their word. They can say it. You can't say it.
Dazzle's not
Why
here.
would I take a sip right then?
That's on you.
I do want everybody to know, because we were on the Confessional Camp events, the second the horse said Dazzle's name, Sage's face lit up.
I guarantee they heard me gasp, and that's
Yeah.
why I was
Yeah.
laughing after, because I was like, oh, right, my mic's still on, and I gasped.
It could
We
be
try-
next life.
We try so hard not to be disruptive, but sometimes you just gotta react to
They
stuff.
missed me, and I...
You all were giggling. I'm like, do I look stupid? Like, I wasn't sure what I was
look
gonna
great.
say.
You're laughing at this.
I'm like, oh no, they're laughing when I'm not being funny.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I thought the horse's name was Soliloquy.
No.
I think we actually used that one before. Yo, I'm running out of S
Gas.
words.
Yeah, I got
really
you, bro.
am.
That's not true.
Oh my
not true.
God.
We'll
We'll just make up
Three
some
more.
new ones.
Oh yeah, you can just make new words.
Oh yeah.
Oh, don't.
That's
What's
working.
the link?
However, yes, the
Yeah,
night
so ridiculous.
the night
Make it words.
indeed wears on. And would you all like to bed down for the evening?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll
Including
set
you,
an-
Effie, who has to sleep now.
I do have to sleep now. Can you
Yeah.
believe it? I set up an alarm though around
Great.
us while we're sleeping in case anybody were to try to enter our campsite.
I'd
Is
like
it
to set
inside or
watches.
outside of Liamon's tiny hut? The thing that says you're not going to do night encounters with us. Okay.
I still think we should set watches because I don't trust the Feywild or that guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
What did I ever do?
Damn
No,
it!
actually, it's Earth.
Blake.
He's like, what?
Oh, Earth's here.
If nothing else, this is a guy-proof bubble.
Fair enough.
That's not wrong. That's fair. Yeah.
Just like mushes
You-
against the.
Just press against the hood. It hurts.
It's just my dog licking the window trying to get
Oily.
back
His nose is pressed up.
Oh! I regret the mental images. I hate it. Let's
Alarm
set
is
watches.
outside.
Yeah.
Great.
There's a lot of clippable shit that just happened.
No.
I'll
No.
take first watch.
Thank God. Alright.
Beautiful.
Would you mind if I took the same watch as you, Clulick?
Oh no, that'd be great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm going fully to bed because I trust my magic. Good night.
So let's scan forward for a minute here. Kettle, your watch would pass without much incident. No guys pressed up against the bubble.
Right. I know better.
However, it sounded, Effie, like you wanted to have watch with Klulik for a reason, or simply
Yeah,
for
just
the company.
a brief thing of just having the opportunity to just get to know Clulick a little bit better. Like we don't have to take too much time on it, but I think she would just sit there and just kind of be like, so, hi.
Hi. You're still nervous, huh?
It's been a very eventful day.
Yeah. I would give it about a 4.
Noted. I will definitely. Thank you very much for diffusing the situation when I came in. I'm not great at introductions necessarily, especially when people are experiencing a lot. I wasn't quite.
Oh no, you're fine. You know, it was just, it's a tough day. It was a tough day for everyone. And also, we are just highly mistrusting of people for 15 minutes. We just mistrust everyone for 15 minutes. And then we immediately welcome them in with open arms. And I've been thinking to myself, we should probably just ditch that first 15 minutes. So I've been trying to work on it.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
You did. Thank you. It was very helpful. I do think she might have probably injured me, if not.
Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten. She hasn't pulled out the mace in like forever. She's good with it.
Oh, seems like a very emotional response to what's going on. And
Yeah, Dazzle was very important to us all.
that's completely understandable.
And I think above and beyond that, Ella she has a real sense of purpose, or at least she did. And it's tough when you think that you have one purpose and then you find out for whatever reason you're not cut out for it, or it's not cut out for you.
I envy the sense of purpose in the first place.
Well, you seem to be jumping right into the whole wizard thing. You're doing great.
Thrown into it, I suppose. Literally.
Well, for somebody who was like, this is not me and I don't do this, it seems like it's you and you're doing it.
It's been a very interesting year leading up to this. I've mostly spent all of it reading every book that I could about magic and trying to find you and then writing the little note cards that weren't helpful.
Oh. Well, it's interesting that it took you a year to find us, because for 7 months I was literally just hanging out alone doing nothing. And that's not to say, I'm sorry, that sounds like I'm somehow talking badly about you or your skills. And
okay.
I don't mean that. I just think it's interesting that you met up with us here when, like, for 7 months we were basically twiddling our thumbs. I'm just thinking about how things have a way of just converging, is all I'm
Took me
saying.
a little bit to get acclimated. I'm not a detective like Kettle.
Kettle's not a detective like Kettle.
What?
Nothing.
Somewhere he simmers. It's humid here
Yeah, I
now.
was gonna say, like, is the humidifier on?
Anyways, thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. It's good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
Honestly, I don't tell many people, but, like, when it's my turn to take watch, once she puts that bubble up, I basically just kind of take a nap. The bubble is very good.
I'm going to abuse that.
Okay, great. I will too. Great. And then when when Klulik falls asleep, she will also, like, pretend to close her eyes for a minute until she's positive Klulik is asleep, and then, like, springs back awake because she can't do it.
Oh my god.
We're proud of you.
Such a goody goody.
So Ella will wake up too for third watch or fourth watch or whatever it is. Nudge Klulik. Maybe nap it.
All quiet here.
Yeah.
Been very watchful.
I believe, you know, you could blink. You can blink on watch.
Okay.
Her eyes are crusted and dry.
It's been a long night.
I appreciate the enthusiasm for the role, I suppose.
There's also so much terrifying stuff out there.
Yeah, all the trees have butts now.
To be fair, we're scared of that nonsense.
Oh, they cuddle
Yes.
amongst the donks.
Overall, frightened. Good night.
Sleep well.
You all bed down for the evening. Watches change. You rise, you fall. And though this and though this forest smacks of something more, something enigmatic and powerful, it is also incredibly peaceful, quiet, and serene. Gentle clapping in the distance.
Okay.
Sleep comes quite easily. Klulik, you feel moss underneath you. Brush pokes at your head and limbs. You awake, and you are alone in the forest.
Oh, fucking bubble. I trusted the bubble.
As you begin to speak, as you attempt to speak, your voice catches in your throat, and that's when you realize you cannot talk, and you are in incredible pain. Terrible pain coming from your neck. Reaching up, it's wet, and your fingers are covered in blood. There's a pond, a smooth, glossy, reflective surface just near you. Looking into it, you see a scarred and broken face. You're missing an eye, and your throat has been torn out, actively bleeding. Your reflection stares back at you, pleading before making a gesture like this, begging for you to understand. You awake, panting, in as cold of a sweat as a bird can be the following morning. You're with your friends, in the circled wagons, in the bubble, in the forest, just as you had gone to sleep.
Oh.
Doesn't have my watch.
It's like 9 in the morning.
Yeah. It's the crack of noon.
How do you tell the difference between a dream that's just a dream and a dream that means something?
I also love to know.
I feel like sometimes I have dreams that mean things, but I'm never sure.
I put my hand on his forehead. Can I do some sort of arcana or detect magic to see if there's
Yeah.
any like residue
Roll it.
on the boy?
And you have infinite rerolls.
Thank you. I'll go with my original 14.
Hell yeah.
For a total of 16.
Okay. Yeah, from that, it's an arcana roll, yeah?
Yeah, and I'll stack
Okay.
it with detect magic. Just
Let's do that. Yeah, hell yeah. So let's say you're looking for just a smack of magic, something that might have affected his mental state or possibly precipitated this dream.
Yeah.
Yeah? You get the hint of something fading. It's magic that's not dissimilar to scrying, but almost as though it were a projection or an image, not something that was being intentionally sent out, but like a reflection or a mirage perceived, something caught out from the ether, if that makes sense. Something that's just out there that he picked up on.
Someday I will bore you with all of my theories on how magic works. But whatever you experienced last night was magic.
Oh.
Looks like you caught a vibe. I meant for that to sound cool and I couldn't think of a better word.
Yeah.
I'd love for you to bore me about your theories about how magic works.
Talk nerdy to me!
Klulik,
That would be incredible.
Klulik just kind of like
my theories.
touches his amulet and kind of like tries to feel for something, and like whether
That's not even a d20.
Natural 12.
I roll a d12. I
It's
accidentally.
the easiest one to.
Yep,
yeah.
we all do it.
Because I think over the last year especially, since he's been really kind of like working with his
Yeah.
powers and with the amulet and stuff, he's trying to, because he still has no idea what this amulet is really,
Yeah.
and so he's still trying to figure out like what is. He knows that it's protective,
Mhm.
like that's as much as we've figured out, and so he's always trying to figure out whether the amulet is trying to protect him, whether he's picking up something in like from outside of that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's trying to be like, is this something that I'm supposed to see? Is this something that's actually supposed to be protecting me?
It hums very gently. It has a slight warmth to it as well. You've felt the feeling before of connection, and it feels as though even just through the amulet, you are reaching out to and touching something that is trying to reach you. It is trying to form a bond, and it's not quite clicking. The best sense you can get from it is that this was intentional. Good or bad, who's to say? But it was on purpose, at least as far as the amulet seems to
Yeah.
think.
I'm the last. I'm the last one left from my monastery, and this was a very important artifact. But the monastery was mostly a sham. It was a fake. We know that this is magic, but I wasn't taught how to use it. It wasn't a real monastery, and I just feel I have this thing, and I'm not supposed to have it, but I'm the only one left to look after it.
Hey, if it's with you right now, you were supposed to have it. I'm not gonna say that everything happens for a reason, because mostly things just happen. But you have it, and it's important that you do. And if there's anything I can do to help, I hope you consider me enough of a friend to... I mean, you don't have to ask. You can just let me know what you need.
Do you think I would look cool with an eye patch?
We've got to find out. And I put my hand over his eye and use my performance of creation to make the coolest fucking eye patch. It's a 180 gold piece eye patch. It's dope as shit.
And you have it.
It's only for 4 hours, but I think it's a.
It's a
How does it
dope-ass
look?
4
Does it
hours.
look? Does it look dope? How do you look?
How do you tell me? Honestly,
It's
I'll
on
give that to
you.
you.
I can't see it.
Oh, okay. I should have called you a mirror.
You know what? Let's wrap there.
I disguise self, or I use my changeling thing to look like you and be like, this is what you look like.
It's pretty good. All in all, I think I'd like to keep 2 eyes, but this is good if I can.
It's like 4 hours. You can just have an eye patch for 4 hours. It's gonna fall off eventually.
Oh. Yeah, no, I just mean in general if it ever came to it.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to your eye?
Oh, I did not show the appropriate fealty to the leaf.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need my eye.
Presentation.
I love the image of Kettle just cowering and just like nestling into a dong. Just
Squire, you have to help him.
Squire.
I cower with him. Oh, sure.
The leaf is pleased enough for now.
For now.
Did y'all take like a bunch of drugs? I was
Why,
doing
you
what?
want some?
Who can tell?
Earth is reclining, smoking a pipe, and has a face of what Ella just said. Like,
You want to go, little man? He just put out his pipe.
no.
Cool. I didn't want to fight either. I'm a pacifist.
I'm not.
Effie,
Okay, Fed.
I'm afraid
Oh
it's
yeah.
happening
And I go
again.
back to
Oh no!
You feel the power beginning to build, the surge. You have perhaps a moment to let out a few words, but it is coming.
If she's like near enough by to the group, I would assume we're all pretty condensed. She just reaches out for Kai's hand and she goes, I'm sorry, it's happening again. I don't mean to do it. I'm not doing it.
You're good. Bardic inspiration.
Uh-oh.
And the
Roll with
scene changes. We find ourselves on the deck of a ship. Ella, Dazzle, Bora, Fess, Chirp, and Murray. You all find yourselves sailing away. I know what I did. I know what I
Sail away.
did. Bora, Fess, you've just married. Newlyweds. But that's not all.
Hi.
You're all sailing north and west, back toward the mainland, but you're not alone on the deck of this ship. As a matter of fact, you also find yourselves with Silas and Jiren and Nikram and the various survivors of the wedding. You all decided to take the same ship back to the mainland. And Silas seems somewhat distraught, and he turns to you, Klulik, Chirp. I really think we should have tried to divert them, to draw them away.
I don't think it would have been enough. And we're not going to risk half of us. Look, we have better chances against them if we're all together.
Sending that boat south empty is a real risk if they even get a good look at the deck.
They're not going to. We are not going to risk it. We are not going to split up.
It could be worse if there were people on that boat and they attack it anyway.
Exactly.
We could lose you. We could lose any of us.
But it would have meant the rest of you got away.
Hey, look at us.
We're
all here. It's happening.
Yeah, we're getting away.
Silas uncomfortably adjusts his eye patch over his left eye. Jiren approaches you fast and gives
Do
you
you
a
have tea?
big hug.
Oh, thank you for the hug. I'm a married woman now. Get off me.
And she gives you almost a playful little like,
Yeah. Okay. Hi.
Would you don't mention tea? What are you doing?
I don't want you to forget that I am the big sister. I would have been happy to go on that boat for you.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be here to do whatever I ask as a wedding present for
You're
me.
going to get that for 1 day. You get 1 day of that
Do I get
shit.
to pick the day? Can I split it up into like little bits, like 1 hour today?
I'm pretty sure you already started the day.
Well, I feel like it should be like 24 hours total.
We're not
And I
running
can
you up a
divide.
tab.
It feels like I should. See, if you were on the other boat, being heroic or what the fuck ever, you would be missing this. And we have spent too much of our lives apart. So I will enjoy this moment and be as petulant a little sister as I can.
For what it's worth, I am very glad that we all get to be together, even if the Kosai crashed your wedding and killed half of your guests.
Look, that's pretty good for our group. It's kind of fucked in the club,
You
know.
gotta focus on the positive. That's
As Fess's lawyer, I
Yes!
deem that the bride is correct. I don't
You know,
think
that
that's
is
how
that
lawyers
the
work.
way that most
For
of these
sure,
things
it's how they
go.
work.
yeah.
And it's nice to have a sister.
Aww.
As also Bora's
Yeah.
lawyer, the bride is also always correct.
Hey, if we get divorced, whose side are you on?
Dazzle
I say
physically
pudding
melts.
cake. Everybody.
She actually
Have some wedding
dies
cake.
right
There
now.
You go.
I turn and take off with Ella.
There we go. I say
Good luck,
pudding
you're gonna be
cake.
happily married forever, I'm sure of it.
And we find ourselves.
Chirp leans in and goes, depends which one of you is leaving with the most money.
I own leaves and shit, so I don't know. I think
First of all, what was the Groucho Marx energy with that?
Hey. Hey.
Just a reminder, both their names are on all of the property, so there's a whole lot to figure out. Please don't get divorced.
do we have property?
You will. Anyway,
What?
We already have Fantasy TGI Fridays.
It's
Am
true.
I on any of those?
Oh, yeah, I put everyone's name.
Oh, okay.
She signs all of our names to legal documents all the time, and it
got
is
things for
disconcerting.
contracts.
Oh my
Nycrum, think fast. More wedding cake.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is a very large piece.
Well, thanks.
Yes! Yes!
Why did he just do the weird chocolate
made
cake for
it
Matilda?
So weird. Nycrum, sweetheart, you gotta
I
stop making
threatened
shit
to
like
throw
that.
him
I've
like
had
the
so
touch bowl.
much. Oh.
Put you in the chokey.
And the world around you changes once more, and you find yourselves Ella, Effie, Kettle, Kai, Klulik, and
A lot of cooking.
friends. I know, like,
Ella Effie, Kettle Kai Klulik.
you find
no.
yourselves on the
isn't my
wagon
fault.
train once more. You are relax. We
That
are.
was the greatest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
We are.
She went dolphin for a second.
We are in motion. The wagon train has been packed up and is already moving through the forest again as you all come to, having experienced that together.
Didn't you say that they went on a boat?
They did. We originally sent that decoy boat with half the people on it.
And they didn't make it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting real tired of having my failures shoved back in my face.
I'm so sorry, Ella. I don't.
Is this your fault?
I don't know. The things that you're seeing are like the things that I see, and so I think it might be. I'm not doing it on purpose.
Then we have to fix it.
If you can figure out how to stop, I'd really appreciate it.
I would also really appreciate it.
Do you want me to remove that little blip from your memory?
Oh, please don't kill me. Okay.
Remove that.
Oh, little blip.
I mean, your name is now Little Blip.
It's the thing. You get one nickname with us and it
so
sticks.
sorry.
You're a
Little
little
blip.
blip now.
Little Blip.
You're a little blip now. But
That was a stressful second.
I think you've had a few.
No, it's important to remember that.
Are you sure?
It's good to know. It's good to remember.
we knew we were making a trade. We just didn't know that we were. These are all things that we knew might have been possible, but we didn't know we were going to be shown them. And I don't think that's very fair. But I think it's the deal we made.
I'm so sorry. And I cast Detect Thoughts on Ella.
What is that?
It's a wisdom save. So I
Are you
know you're
going
gonna
deep?
crush it. First, surface thoughts. Are you lying when you say it's important to remember?
And that much is a freebie.
Yeah. Oh, I get that for free. Don't worry about the wisdom save yet.
I'm gonna take a reroll anyway.
We're
No,
out.
yeah,
No.
I mean it when I say it's important to remember, but I absolutely am just like catalog. It's like you can see that I've just like added it to like a list that I like have started to like go over and over and over of like Nikram and Silas and Jiren and Liren and Nazik and Dazzle, like and the Silvers, like every single person that has died either near me or like in my presence or whatever, and it's just like a really long list.
It's a long list. A lot of
The
dead
moment
folks.
I
And it's
go
just-
to push deeper, because that's delayed from the initial thought, I just say, you don't have to keep this one. And I'm casting Silvery Barbs to force disadvantage on your wisdom save.
Okay, okay. So
I didn't
we'll
know.
do that.
So you just have to take the
That
lower roll.
started as a 6. Reroll.
I will give you as many reels as you want, but I will say that Silvery Barbs applies to all of them.
Right, yeah.
They're all with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go again. Who am I?
You're Dark Ella now.
Yeah.
She rolls well.
Dark Ella rolls well.
Okay, take it again. Back to 1, please.
Line?
So at disadvantage, that is a 23.
Holy
You're
fuck.
The other one was a nat 20. So
Yeah.
Dark Ella's kind of meant
Dark
to be.
Ella's fucking dope.
Dark Ella's inevitable.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh
All
my
things
god.
end in Dark Ella.
For sure.
She am become Ella, destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
I'm getting worried.
No, this is good. So you absolutely know that Kai is prying.
I got nothing to hide. You have a question for me, sweetheart?
Are you worried you have already been the happiest you will ever be?
I'm fairly certain that I had my happiness, yeah.
That is the most troubling thing I've ever heard.
It's not unusual for people like us.
I hope you prove yourself wrong. One day.
That would be nice.
I'm sorry.
It's the way of things.
And back off.
The trees speed past in the distance. The light above. It's like the Doppler effect. The light above does not reveal the time, and you make way through apparently enchanted forest to your destination. But before we discuss their emergence, we have a confessional from a tree.
Yes. That was perfect.
I quit.
I need to adjust my ass.
Nope.
Yep.
Clip that, clip that, clip that, clip that.
I have traveled far and wide to find her. And then, before my very eyes, she dies. Is it me? Because I feel like everybody I love goes away in the end. I was bound by love to Fess. You know what, Ella?
Cover your own face.
I was bound by love to Fess. I professed myself to. Hey! And then next, after Fess fucks off to the Feywilds, I find myself with a new paramour, Dazzle. And then she fucking dies. It's been like 2 days. I know it felt like longer, but it's been canonically 2 days of time. At this point, I feel like I'm cursed. In fact, between episodes, perhaps in the Discord chat can roll for who I fall in love with next because they are going to die. So it's on you. Who am I inflicted upon next? Meow meow.
I just want to say, spin-off reality show, Fess Fox Off to the Feywilds, is officially in development.
Yeah.
In time, you emerge. and the air clears. No longer,
It's a Barb and Star sort of situation.
Yeah.
You know?
no longer heady and sweet. It's the cool, crisp, coastal air of southern Tarif once more. Forest, brush, and shrub gives way to plains and solid earth, and a scent of salt tinges the breeze. In the distance, towers of white, brown, and gray. Urbar calls back from the front. That's Gestault down the way. We'll arrive before sundown. And indeed, as you crest down the hill from the forest, you are able to take in, even at this distance, the city in all of its splendor. Towers of what look like carved, petrified trees inlaid with porcelain and fired clay dominate the landscape. A city much more grand than you had anticipated for the orcs, who are entirely nomadic, save apparently for this one bastion of permanent civilization in the south of Tarif. But that is where we will end for tonight. Thank you all so much for smashing that goal and getting us into like some super weird, fun, interesting like story moments of the alternate possibilities. Like what? That was
Okay,
super
you
fun,
picked a
y'all.
bunch of stuff specifically to harm us. And
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
not
I
forget
love
it.
any excuse to
That's how to
inflict
go
myself
feelings.
upon this cast and the
That's
viewers.
true.
Everyone who makes us do story is dead to me. I will have no story on this show.
Thank you for making me bring trouble. Sorry.
I know,
We learned
introducing
that.
you
What
and
was that
having you
little
just fuck things up.
Right. That's very sweet.
We're
Well,
about to
blip.
throw to a wonderful prologue featuring Poppy, Gina DeVivo, who is going to dive into a bit of her backstory in the Summer Wild. It's going to be so good. And her new friend Ember may also make an appearance there. You heard a little bit about her earlier. In the meantime, let's go around once more, say who we are, who we've been, and where to find us.
Hi, I'm Abria Angar. I've been your changeling bard, Kai. You can catch me on social media at Quiddy, QIDDIE. You know what?
What?
I got cool stuff coming down the pipeline, but I don't remember what I'm supposed to talk about now, so I'm just gonna stop.
I don't believe
Thanks.
it. I don't believe it unless you name it.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Anthony Carboni. I have been Clulick, your honest, forthright, and caring Eric Hoker monk. You can catch me Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays here at 8 a.m. Pacific time with Sage. We do a news show called
You mean
It's
Lil
Too
Blip?
Early with a little blip
With
herself.
a little blip?
What?
Me and Lil Blip doing the news. 8 a.m. Check it out. And also check out my science comedy podcast with Jeff Kanata. It's called We Have Concerns, and that's at wehaveconcerns.com. And I'm at A Carboni everywhere except for here on Twitch, where I am at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, it's mine. Give it back to me.
And I'm Xander Genre, playing Kettle, your water Janafi barbarian detective.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We got to have a little fighting.
And mentor.
Yeah.
He's a mentor
And
now.
mentor to my new scribe. You can find me at Xanderific with 2 R's and 1 F. I stream here on Twitch. I'm also on Twitter, and some Instagram stuff. Follow me wherever.
Do it. Hi,
Do it.
I'm Sage
Yeah.
Ryan. I go by Not Sage everywhere on the internet, and tonight I have been Effie, your Kalishtar Chronergy wizard. Kalishtar Chronergy is going to be a tough one to say
Yeah.
every
Rough one.
week.
You're
Yeah.
Lil Blippy
You
Blip.
did that.
And
shit
also
yourself.
known
Blip.
as Lil Blip. You can find me here on this channel all the time, including also on Tuesdays for Bane's Break.
Oh, shit!
With Abria, who is allowed
Wow.
to talk about it.
That's the thing you are allowed to talk about.
Okay, cool.
Our Indiegogo only has about a week left. We have one more stretch goal to hit. We're going to be doing like a fun final 12 hours of the campaign. I don't know how long the stream itself will be to celebrate it and hit maybe some of
It's
the
gonna be a
last
long-ass
goals. It's going to be a good
stream.
time. We'll announce more about that soon. And that's all that really matters right now. It's me. This and Bane's Break and my friends. And I love them. And goodbye.
Goodbye, Lil Blip.
Are we still
Bye,
thinking
Lil.
about doing our New Wave Come one shot during it?
It's the first Vince is hearing about it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Listen, we're not
why I
telling
said
excited
it.
here.
Speaking of things that
Who are
Maria
you?
is anyway, as
Let's
chief
talk about it.
executive secrets officer princess, whatever the names of the things that I do on this channel are. Hi everybody, I'm Kaylee Bray. You can find me on Twitter at HoppaBarbarian. I have been Ella Britt, your Turtle Death Cleric, who is doing just fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm on Bane's Break on Tuesdays. And there's not a whole lot else I technically can talk about, but we're so close on that Indiegogo, y'all. Thank you so much for all your wonderful support. We're coming up on another stretch goal or two, and I'm really excited for y'all to see a whole season of that show. So stay tuned, share it around if you can, and we'll see you soon.
And I am Vince Castle, your
You
DM.
had some real I didn't see you there energy.
My Full House intro. I've been your DM for tonight. You can catch me here, obviously, and on Tuesdays for Bane's Break with many of these wonderful people and more wonderful people as well. You can find me on the Twits, the Twitches,
Hey, you.
the Instas, at Vince Casso. And Abria's lips are not moving in time.
I'm a bad anime dub it best.
it's all jaw. It's all
I've
jaw.
always said so.
I'll take it.
Join us on the Discord. I am most active on there, chatting with viewers from both Failed Save and Bane's Break. Always down to talk about the show and shenanigans and more. So come on over. In the meantime, speaking of that, we're going to throw to that one shot featuring Poppy, her backstory, fun little vignette. Here it comes.
Oh boy.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for absolutely smashing that goal tonight. As promised, we're going to bring you a little sneak peek into the backstory of our beloved Poppy, whisked away by a familiar face during tonight's episode. We're going to explore that friendship and the story that led her to the adventures she finds herself in today. So, Poppy.
Yes.
Daughter of Summer, you've spent the formative years of your life mastering the wilds of heat, passion, art, and expression, at least as well as you can. The summer wilds themselves are a feast for the senses that one never truly tires of. Great forests and fields of vital flickering flame, sprawling bazaars and villas home to legendary artists and warriors, seas, lakes, and rivers of pure passion, energy, and inspiration trace their way through the land. It is your home, where you have refined your talents, studied in Fey lore, and partook in the occasional rivalry with your adjoining Fey realms. But there are no such lofty ambitions on the docket for today. No, today is to be a day of relaxing, what the Fae here call a stoke, a day taken for oneself to reinvigorate and renew. And to that end, where do you imagine we find Poppy on a day such as this, on your day off?
Definitely skinny dipping.
Great.
I love the water.
Fantastic. You are skinny dipping, relaxing, releasing that tension.
Yes.
And where do we find Little Spoon and your various accompaniments as well right now? Are they in there with you?
Yeah, stagehand stagehand doesn't know how to swim.
Mm-hmm.
He
Understandable.
I tried to teach, but the lapping, it didn't work. So he stays on the side. And
I imagine like a little breaststroke with just the...
yes, it didn't work out. It also made the gears all icky, and it just didn't work out. But Little Spoon is made of wood, so he likes to float around.
Oh, yeah, that guy can't even sink if he wanted to.
No, not even. So I don't have to worry. I don't have to watch him. It's really easy. But stagehand tends to like little splishy splashes, and that's kind of it's peaceful. There's no one around. It's very nice to do because it's very very peaceful, and my days are full of lots of studying and working and practicing, and it's sometimes it's just nice for quiet.
Absolutely. Well, the day is still high, and of course, what is quite normal to you, the waters of the summer wild, to someone from the material world, the mortal world, might find them quite unusual, as water is not, strictly speaking, water here. It's not just liquid that sloshes and splashes about, it is also so, in itself, a factor of this Fey plane. It is alive, it is energetic, it is, like you are doing right now, it is renewing, and it is something that helps to invigorate and fill your body with that power, that energy, stamina to take on your studies once more in the days ahead.
Does the water have a voice?
Does the water have a voice?
Yes, does it have a personality?
How fun is that? Yeah, you know what? One thing you've actually noticed as you dip your toes, your fingers, slowly sliding deeper into the water as you descend, it seems almost to sing, to ring, like you were plucking the notes of an instrument as you fill the water in different ways, ripples that coalesce and collide, instead of simply forming a peak and disappearing, reach a little crescendo and then fade out. It's almost like the water itself is, like you were saying, it has voice. It has its own little mind in this place.
I give a little tap on the water and I say, I'm also happy to be in there.
And it sings in response. As you dip, as you relax here, you hear a gentle and familiar clang not far off. And the clanging gets a little bit louder until it stops at what sounds like the line of earth, of sand behind you.
I dip under the water. I'm going to do a sneak attack.
Okay, great. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
A naked, skinny dip and sneak attack.
It's going to be terrible.
What'd you get?
4.
Oh my god.
It's crystal clear water and I'm a bright fire lady.
So you go all just Jaws-like underneath
They will never
the
see
lagoon
me.
and slide your way as the figure now standing at the shoreline just watches your whole ass nude form just like under the water doing like, because also the water is like maybe chest height. You have to duck like really low. So you're just like hunched over gremlin style, just completely visible, inching through the water. When you pop out, what do you do? What do you say?
I launch to tackle.
Beautiful.
Now you are all wet too.
Yeah, you launch out and the individual doesn't appear to shrink away as they were expecting this, and instead catches you, and you feel the water on your skin sizzle away, not painfully, but just like drying the part you touch her skin, and you find yourself having been caught by a woman in a bodice-shaped brass brazier, decorated with carvings in relief showing lutes, harpsichords, flutes, and pipes with a lower skirt-like section as well. And she herself looks to be almost like a bit of like a campfire, like the reds, the whites, and the blacks of charcoal simmering. Her hair, which are streaks of ash tied into a ponytail behind her head, and her eyes are blue and flickering like a very, very hot fire. This is, of course, you recognize as Ember, an old childhood friend who has trained with you in many disciplines through the years. She smiles ear-wide as she catches you, and you feel her beaming face radiating heat as she chuckles. Hey, Pops! And she picks you up and like hoists you back down, but still like averting her gaze like a little bit. Just,
Oh, yes, sorry. Okay. I'll go get dressed. You wait here.
Okay. Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
Oh,
So-
thank you, stagehand.
And so as you get dressed, of course, modesty has like a different
Very-
connotation here in
very
the Summer
much.
Wild. She's more just like being polite in that, yes, like if you'd like to cover yourself, you can, kind of a
Yes.
thing. And she does approach like as you're
She
getting
just sort
dressed.
of, Poppy just sort of takes the part of her, she like grabs the tent that she's been working on for like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It hasn't quite worked yet, so it's just sort of like a cape that has been mechanically attached to her jumpsuit, and she just kind of rips it off because this is the 3rd time she's had to sew it on this week, and it just
Yeah.
won't quite stay, and she just kind of wraps it around herself with a towel, like a towel, and it just kind of sits down next to Ember.
It's as you wrap yourself, you realize what Ember was actually averting her eyes from, because on your body was like a clean imprint in ash of like her shape in this a really bizarre configuration. And Ember almost turns a little bit reddish as she notices the pattern on you. So I was thinking, we've been saying since we were kids we wanted to get a good look inside the Kissim Art, but we'd never get invited to one of their big fancy dances.
No, of course not. I've been practicing. You like it?
Oh my god, that was so good.
No, the madam says that I need a better accent. So I bet. Do you like it?
I thought for a moment you were me.
I know. I like
Oh my
it a
god,
lot.
I still can't do yours though.
No,
it's-
it took a long time for me to get it.
And I am trying to. It always goes fantasy French.
It's close. I do too. I will get better for the performances, but we can't go. How can we cannot
Oh, no,
do
no.
that?
I got an in. No, my brother's on pipe organ for the 13th hour rotation, and he says we can bring guests. We can come. Pops, this is what we've been dreaming of for our whole lives. We're in.
Are you saying that you have a +1 to the court ball?
I absolutely do, and there's only one person that I'd like to ask, and it's you.
That doesn't make any sense.
No?
Really? You want to take me
Yeah, of course I do.
above anybody else?
Yeah. Look, Pops, you and me, I know it's been a little bit and we've drifted lately, but puppetry and the pipes, I mean, people say they're not complementary disciplines, but I really felt like we got along really well in school. And this is something we always talked about as little kids. One day we'd do. And if we did it, we'd try and do it together. And so
You remembered.
Yeah. now that we have this shot, I'd say, you want to go to a ball?
Yes, I do. Also, you have a brother?
Oh my God, have I never mentioned my brother before? Oh,
We don't get to talk about that kind of stuff very much. You have usually things that you're playing.
I'm sorry, yeah, Soot, my brother. Yeah, he's also
Soot?
studying pipes. Soot, yeah. And they drafted him in for the ball. He's
Oh
he's
my
playing
gosh.
the 13th hour.
He must be very amazing.
Oh my God, to get in sub 24, like, this is his first time there. No, we're all very proud of
Is
him.
his first time?
It's his first time
Oh
performing.
my gosh, we
you
have
know.
to go to support.
I can't wait.
What
And
are you going to wear?
she lets out like a squeak of excitement, which sounds like a ready teapot. And the charcoal of her body puffs bright red. Okay, yes. He only let me know like yesterday, so I gotta really get everything together.
When is it?
It's tonight.
Oh my gosh! I grab her and just start running back to like a homestead.
Beautiful.
Just dragging little Spoon along, and Stagehand is just carrying everything that I left and trying to like catch
And you
up.
trot along, leaving Ember leaving little like ashy footprints and bits of charcoal and dust as she runs. Blue puffs of smoke behind her as well. And so for now, we will move forward in time slightly as we prepare for this ball. What do you envision Poppy wearing for something like this? What does she put together?
Okay, so she loves machines and she loves the cogs
Yeah.
and the things like that. So I think what she makes for the evening is like half of a monarch butterfly wing. Not the full thing. Like she does not want to be the bug. She wants to be this swoosh. You know, that's the part. The wing has the mechanics.
Yeah.
So I think that's the part that she loves the most. So she wants to be that. So she has concocted there's definitely machinery and fabric. Like you can tell it's a costume.
For sure.
But it effortlessly sort of flaps as like these gears turn on her. She has a breastplate that has a lot of machinery and is very much held together, sort of jury rigged. That these like metal wings have been sort of plugged into.
Beautiful.
And it just sort of flaps as she like when profile. It's just like this whoosh behind her.
And I have to remark, however much that Poppy has perhaps stalled in some of her performance pursuits in the Feywilds, her mechanical prowess is nothing to shake a stick at.
Yes.
Like it's quite incredible. Wonderful. Well, so
I
yes.
got to. This is like the big stop. I only had less than 4 hours to make this, and we're going to the court. I had to show everything I've learned. Right now, this is my chance to show that I can be invited and I should be invited.
She says to herself in the mirror.
Yes, absolutely.
You-
You've got this, Poppy.
I love that.
Don't you You have to. You got. Okay, and she starts posing like what's she going to do at the entrance, and like you have to bend, and things like that. She's all of her
Beautiful.
training, and like you see the like pure information download just going across her face.
Well, as you start getting ready, Ember also broke off shortly thereof to grab her own gear, her own costume as well, and get some what are essentially passes from her brother, letting you know that she would meet you back on the cliffs at first dark. And so, a little bit later that evening, first dark indeed does come.
I tell Stagehand he has to stay behind. I don't have another ticket for him, but I have to hide Little Spoon because I cannot detach him.
Yeah.
So he comes with me hidden in the wing.
Beautiful. Just concealed monkey.
Yes. No
Fantastic.
funny business. Unless it's funny.
He promises, lying. And indeed, yes, first dark does come. The evening arrives, and you find yourself on the cliffs called Sha'at, overlooking the Shao Bay. A little less than a half a mile out in the bay, casting in silhouette the island of Kisimot, with its tiered and conical palace, where the summer court resides. In this waning light, the energy of the sea beneath plays tricks on the eyes, catching and reflecting motes of illumination like rolling glass, and in a kaleidoscope of colors. As dark continues to fall, the sea itself becomes the greatest source of light here, calling out a glow over the wilds that shows, even in dark and quiet, summer is always alive.
There's so much life. Wow, it's so sparkly. Like you, Ember.
And as you actually say that, you see Ember approaching from behind you, clinging and out of breath as a being like her could be. You see little puffs of smoke like emitting from her body. She bends over to catch her breath a bit and is still wearing the same brass brazier as before, but it's been outfitted with a full trailing gown and mesh gloves, all composed of a fine glimmering metal that shows off the light and the heat from her body beneath. But given it's metallic, it's surprisingly quiet, with most of the sound coming from her usual bodice piece. The rest just hushed and still, very elegant.
Poppy is the exact opposite, because all of her machinery is a little loud and annoying.
I'm sorry. Oh, whew. I'm sorry I'm late.
No, it's okay. Welcome.
I had to get our crossing charms from my brother, but he said he was too busy cleaning his pipe to get them, so I had to make fun of him for that for about an hour.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, here I am. Wow, you look so cute.
Thank you very much. I could only do half. But it's
This isn't
good.
even the whole thing?
Well, I got one wing in less than a day. I could get one wing done. Don't. If you look too close, it's fraying. But don't. I don't think anyone will be looking too closely.
Poppy,
Yes.
this is beautiful. I didn't know you could do stuff like this.
Well, yes, I've been doing it on my own, a little. It helps with the theatrics.
Yeah,
Yes. Do you think it's good?
I think it's amazing. I wish there was a performance art for just this
There is not.
by itself.
No, I know. That'd be nice. I might be very good at something.
And she's
Then-
leaning in close to like take in the outfit. She's very gentle, very careful not to touch the outfit directly to avoid getting ash on it. But she actually looks you over and is gushing about the design and really seems to love it. You feel the heat from her eyes on you as she gets close, like it radiates. Wow. Okay, are you ready?
Yes. And I
You
think
nervous?
yes. Yeah. Yes. Do you think everyone will be looking at me like that?
I mean, I think you'll probably catch a few eyes for sure.
Okay.
I mean, look, it's an amazing piece. But if I'm being honest with you,
Yes.
I mean, this is my first time too. I don't know what goes on in there.
I
Like,
don't.
Who knows what we're gonna see?
Then let's find out. Maybe we will be the talk of the town.
Okay,
Yes.
maybe, yeah. Maybe they'll see us and be like, hey, you know what? Get those two in here more. Like, right?
Yes, that'd be wonderful.
Oh, wow. Okay, you know what? Cart, horse, let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
No.
Okay, we'll get in there. And Ember
Okay.
takes your hand and trots you down the sloped descent of the cliff to the sea below. And as you descend, you can see other partygoers at various shores of this crescent bay, each stepping confidently across the gently rolling waves of energy and light. Ember places a little charm around your wrist, a bit like a corsage, and affixes her own to her brazier.
Oh. I like go after she's pinned it. I go to do it because she did mine, and I end up just like kind of smudging some of her ash onto her clothes on accident. Like I kind of slip and shoot, I thought we had to do okay.
No, I appreciate it. No, it's totally fine. Hey, look. And you see her hand like glow with heat, and she burns the ash away, just leaving like the gleaming metal beneath. No, I appreciate it. It looks honestly a lot. Oh my god, I had it upside down. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I don't even have my head right now. I don't know where I am.
He's right there.
I'm very excited. Oh, here we go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Deep breath.
And she grabs your hand, and of course this as well, this crossing is something you've never done before either. And she grabs your hand. Okay, now, my brother told me it's easy peasy, just stay above your feet, and the current does the rest.
Okay.
Here we go! She pulls you by the hand again and runs out onto the surf. Indeed, you feel as the current beneath you is attempting to accommodate your strides, making each step carry you further than you'd expect. You and Ember are moving at a gentle pace, but easily traveling 20 or 30 miles an hour as you sail across the waves. A warm sea breeze tosses your hair, and each step casts little sparks of love and insight into the air as you kick up surf. Before long, you reach the island and join the procession of guests making their way inside. In time, you make your way through the line as well, excitedly by Ember's side, and you are greeted by a Vulpesh, a 6-foot-tall fellow who looks like a fennec fox, little spectacles at the end of his nose and adorned with the glittering blue and gold robes. He is consulting a list.
Good evening, ladies, and welcome to the court at Kissim Ort. I am Tier and would be honored to introduce you. May I have your names, however you would like them to be announced?
Oh my gosh. You go.
Do you have names? Do I have a title? I am Ember of Troma, her most radiance.
Smoldering.
The smoldering.
Yes.
Her most radiance, the smoldering. Period. You know what? You go.
Okay. The magnificent wild poppy fields.
Oh my god, why did I go first?
I'm sorry. It helped. Okay, just say she's the excellent smolder.
Very well. There is truly no limit to the number of titles I can affix,
Oh
so
my gosh, is that true?
I'm happy to use them all. Oh, don't get carried away now.
No, okay, no. Start small.
Yes.
Gain a new one every time we come back.
I never forget a face. I know it is your first time here. Trust me, you will want to add another title each time.
Good.
So yes, start gentle
Okay.
on that.
And he announces you both, a booming voice echoing over the island, and admits you entry inside. Inside, Poppy, it's everything you ever dreamed. Stunning frescoes of artistry, of love, of battle decorate a great vaulted chamber. Painters actively finishing and then repainting entirely new works in their place before your eyes. Its ceiling 50 feet high with chandeliers of molten dripping gold showering the room in light, each droplet of molten metal exploding into a cascade of luminescence before it can touch the ground. Bands on bands perform each section of the wall, an entire orchestra unto itself, and an enchantment of some kind placed on the room, so the closer you get to one band, the more muted the others become. Talented warriors duel in a battle that looks as much dance as it does a fight in the center of the room, and hundreds of other partygoers converse, dance, and dine at dozens of tables with every delicacy you could have ever desired.
Wow.
Do you also feel like crap all of a sudden?
I mean, it's a little overwhelming, but
it just feels right. Like, it feels like home. Oh my, I don't know how I've gone so long without coming here.
Yes.
And now, for what it's worth, Poppy, you certainly did not grow up destitute, of course. No one in the Summer Wilds does, but this is your first experience with court opulence and revelry. Better yet, the more you explore and take in, the more you recognize people from your youth, your training, and the words of your mentors finally begin to truly make sense. In the Summer Wilds, everyone gets their chance. Everyone gets to experience majesty and opulence. It is not just for the few.
Oh my gosh.
And yet, being here now, as your mind wanders, calls to mind feelings that had been merely teasing the fringes of thought for most of your life, but never really came forward until now. It's like you're a guest here. And not just in the sense you were invited to this ball, but almost like you're not truly one of them. You see Ember living her best life, lost in the fray and the revelry of it, and yet there's a little part of you that is just struggling to connect.
Yeah, I think as the night has been going, like it's almost like her light is getting less. Like her hair starts glowing a little less, and her wing, as it's been knocked through the crowds over time, the mechanics are starting to get a little jostled, and when she's tried to dance, the wing keeps dragging and is collecting dirt, and she just starts looking more and more less as shiny as everyone else. You know, her cogs are not perfectly polished, and the fabric isn't silk, and she just starts paying attention to all these little details that she thought when, like, she was at the highest of highs, and then she showed up and realized everyone was in diamonds. You know, it's like, there's just like a slight, I wasn't even close to prepared. And as the heat on her cheeks, from just her being, her throat just keeps getting a little dry every time she tries to have a charming conversation with someone, or try to sing along with a band. She just, her breath gets more shallow with every passing tick of the clock, until she's in a full-blown, like, hysteric, like no longer sensory overload.
For sure.
I would say she's still enjoying it, but it is clearly she's having a hard time adjusting.
And as the night has worn on, and you've felt yourself, you've seen yourself begin to kind of like almost degrade as the night's gone on, you've noticed everyone else has, if anything, if nothing else, grown in vibrance and opulence, become more radiant, and seeing you seeming to almost wilt, after a dance, Ember pulls you aside, away from the din. Hey, you okay?
Oh, I'm having the best time of my life, yes.
Are you sure? Because it kind of seems like you're not feeling too good right now.
Oh, don't worry about me. I just haven't been able to breathe in a couple hours.
Yeah, okay. Hey.
Is everything? Do you feel? It's a lot. I feel like the air is a little thin all of a sudden. You look so beautiful, and you're so
thank you.
Glowing, and there's a lot of people in this room.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, you know what I think you'd like?
What?
Let's explore a little bit, you know? Let's get away from the party for a few minutes. Just take a little break from all this. It's a lot. There's so much going on. Everyone's just dancing and screaming, and people are dying over there, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I know. I saw. They were lovers at first, and then all of a sudden there were lots of knives.
I think it's a whole, 10-act play. Wow. Honestly, I've been sort of checking in and out a little bit. But, how about this?
That's incredible. At least 2 revivifies have already happened.
At least. I know, diamonds on diamonds getting dropped over there.
So many.
All worth at least 500 GP.
Yes, at least. There's a whole fountain.
I know. I mean, it's like if anyone needed them, they'd be right here.
You could just scoop them up with, a candy scooper.
I know. There's, gift bags. They just give them out. Anyway.
Who needs that, though?
No one. I don't think anyone needs those.
No.
They have no value here. Anyway.
I think I would maybe sneak away a little bit.
Yeah, look, this is a whole giant palace. Let's snoop around a little bit, Get up to no good.
You don't move. She there's okay.
You feel the salute from like in the wing.
Yes. Okay. Yes, let's go do that.
Ember giggles and hoists her bodice to muffle its noise a bit and trots down a random vacant hallway.
Poppy just like full body hugs her corset and just like tries to shimmy out.
Yeah, I know, just toddles away. Penguin walks. You and Ember skirt down halls, walkways, corridors, peeping about, keeping a low profile. There are a great many bedrooms, kitchens, studies, very sort of ordinary places. Those working at the palace tonight, the ones who spot you at least, seem to not care terribly much about your dodging about, if anything offering a bit of a chuckle at the sight of two of the disheveled partygoers making their way around.
You don't see us, and just like cape flourish over our bodies and just like, wah, just like run away.
But then you come to a door, and you hear large footsteps approaching from behind it. Around you, there's a large hanging tapestry, and almost on instinct, Ember grabs your arm and pulls you behind the tapestry as the noise approaches the door.
What is going on?
I'd like you to roll a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Yay!
8.
Yes, that's fantastic.
She just can't stop giggling. I think she's so elated to finally be in a hall without 3,000 people, and has just been like very quickly whisked behind the thing, and she's finally having fun and like talking to someone that likes talking to her.
You stuff behind the tapestry, and you can't help but like
Who
let
are we
some giggles
hiding
out.
from?
And
Sorry, I'm trained in a stage whisper. I don't know how to do it actually.
oh, it's okay. I'm not even sure why we're hiding, but it feels like those feel like really big footsteps. I don't know who this is. Oh my God, they're coming. And and Ember sucks a deep breath in, which like sucks the tapestry against your faces to like muffle you a little bit. And the door opens. The tapestry itself has just a thin enough pile on it, on this rug, that you can kind of make out shapes through it. And you see someone.
Big weave.
It's got a low thread count. You think they could do better here. You see someone duck their head down as they emerge with a few attendants in tow. A sprite of red flowers, a humanoid meerkat, and a little smoking metal ball like a censer or a thurible rolling along behind them emitting incense. The figure who ducked her head straightens up and you realize it's the Lord of Summer herself, Rala Summersinge.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She's speaking in low tones to her attendants and they disappear down the corridor. We have to see what's down there.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. I wanted to say it.
And Ember moves toward the doorway, tries the handle, and notices it's locked. What do you do?
Okay. Well, I think I like one of the metal's piping that was holding up the top of the wing that has been absolutely broken at this point. She just sort of fishes it out and goes, maybe I can pick it. Do you think it's magical?
I think we're about to find out.
Do you think we're...
But you know what? I think you're a little bit magical too.
Thank you.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. I think I'm getting better at this. Okay, let's do this. What do I have as tools? Let's see.
So I'd say, yeah, you can roll any like tool
Anything.
set you have, or just a straight sleight of hand to see how well you jimmy that sucker.
Yeah, maybe just sleight of hand. I mean, I've got the wire. Let's see. Go.
Little
away.
Spoon is like cheering you on, like hype manning it up.
Yeah, he's fully out of it by now because
Yeah.
now it has
There is no more
collapsed
wing.
on him.
He's wearing a shawl of wing now.
Yeah, he's got the cape on. Okay, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Oh, okay. What do I have for sleight of hand? Okay. 19.
Hell yeah. I'd say with that and maybe about 10 minutes of time at the most, you managed to get the door open. Oh, Seasons, this is so cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
You descend the stair. It doesn't travel all that far down when you arrive at a landing. A humble room with modest ceilings, but extending back a ways from where you're standing, is laid out before you. At the far end, a window overlooks the sea. You're at the ground floor of the palace, just in the back of the building instead of the front. The room is filled with sheets and sheets of wood paneling, almost like flat pieces of polished wood, both in the walls, across tables, stacked and layered, both horizontal and vertical, like you could pull them apart and walk between them and explore them. The wood surfaces all have something burned into them. What is this?
I don't know. Some sort of shrine? Or maybe it's a strategy. Like, maybe they're making a play?
Oh yeah, maybe.
But there's a lot of wood.
And Ember stops forward a little bit and starts peeling some of the sheets apart and looking inside. There's stuff on these. There's like people.
There's people? Get out. Let me see.
And Poppy, getting closer, you realize all the burned etchings on these surfaces are faces and names and places. Some of them are still smoldering as though they were fresh. Others are cold and dark.
Wow.
Who are all these people?
I don't know. But what is this place? This is not from the summer.
You see references, words like Traverse Peak, Tareve, even just Boros, Isleway, New Beginnings, places you've never heard of, you're not familiar with, but...
Ipcom? What is that?
Oh my god. As you look them over, and Lil Spoon is like huh.
I don't understand.
Pondering it for a moment.
Where do you think they're magical places?
I don't know, maybe other wilds? And Poppy, as you look them over, one face in particular catches your eye. It's yours. And the face carved into the wood is adorned the same way you are right now. Your hair, your makeup, everything done up in the way you presented yourself tonight. And you realize, as you look upon it, the faces around you change occasionally. A bun becomes loose hair. Open eyes close, a frown becomes a smile.
Ember, come here, look at this. Look, doesn't that kind of look like me?
That looks a lot like you right now.
That can't be.
And below the face, as you watch, and your vision is drawn into it, and you see the text and the images change, are the words Poppy, below which it reads, taken from Boros. Below that, where it would normally list a city, a continent, a country, it's scratched out. And you see as the face changes, as though you had activated something you didn't know was there, and you see what looks almost like a life playing out before your eyes. A life that this person who looks like you lived, or could have lived, somewhere else. Poppy is, Ember is over your shoulder watching it play out as well. Poppy? What does this mean?
That's not me, though. I didn't do that. What is Boros? What?
Are you not from here?
What? You've known me as long as I was not taken. I live here. I live here. I have no other home. I don't have any. I don't know. Why is mine not as bright?
Some of them are black.
Mine's not that dark, right? It's not that. Hey, and I kind of like tap it. Maybe it's just not on. Maybe it's a trick, or a casting decision. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. I don't know.
Poppy, this doesn't feel right.
I know. I don't feel right either. I feel very sick.
And as you watch the loop play again and again and again, that is where we will end for tonight, as we explored just a little bit of what brought Poppy into our party on this adventure into Reeve, with more to come. Thank you so much, Gina.
Thank you.
For joining us for that. I love exploring the Summer Wilds with you any day of the week. Fantastic. Thank you all so much again for hitting that goal and joining us for this little mini episode tonight. I love you all. Have a wonderful night.